That was fun. All right, we're back. That's what I get for trying to make this screen bigger for David. I don't know how. It's his fault.
It's back. I think I need to reinvite you to the thingy thing, don't I?
Oh,
I tried that. There we go.
Huh?
I fixed it. We're good.
Okay. First times two? All right.
Okay. We're back.
We're back. It's my
Does
bad,
everybody-
OBS. You're so right. I shouldn't have moved anything. That's completely my fault.
All right. Take two, it sounds like. Do over, everyone assume their positions.
We're wrong. Okay.
So I assume you walk up to and see the gate kind of in pieces, and you mark that you were not approached by any guards or anyone. So I assume you were standing kind of at the broken gate, or like where a gate should be.
Yes. I would assume so. I am, of course, once again at the front because I have no sense of self-preservation.
Which makes sense. Gotcha.
No. I am going to continue walking and I want to look for any signs of life or how long ago it might have been if there was any indication, whether that be torch fire, like torches, like or anything that would have once been there, or what is the candles, the torch stands? Whatever they're called, or anything like that, or ashes from fires or anything like around that in the area.
Okay. Let me double check something real quick. If I get this wrong, I may be flamed. So we'll see. Give me an investigation check.
23.
Wow, huge. Okay, so you can see that the torches and lamps, if there were any, have burned themselves out, but they were lit relatively recent ago, maybe not within, you can't still necessarily smell them or feel the heat, can't tell how long, and you see what looks like dried blood just past the door, past the gate, kind of on the ground in the courtyard area. And you see crushed buildings, and you detect a faint feeling of magic throughout the location. And it definitely looks like this happened within the last day or two.
I want to cast Detect Magic. And it's different now, so now it's you just sense magic within 30 feet of you for the next 10 minutes.
Okay. So
in this way, you use an action to see a faint aura around any visible creature, object, in an area that bears magic. And if you learn its school of magic, if there is any. It can penetrate most barriers, and it's blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay, so are you just casting it and kind of looking around from there?
I am casting it, and I am starting to move my way in.
Okay. As you move in, you see the typical fixtures of a small outpost. You see crushed under what looks like a boulder of some kind, what used to be the barracks. You see remnants of the guard towers and watchtowers that have fallen over. You see an old food cellar or food store kind of in the ground that has been also, looks like an explosion of some kind happened near there. And those are the big major things you can see. And the reason those stand out to you is because as you're walking, you can see faint traces of magic on them. And you also notice a bit of magic as you left the gate, around the gate. All of it has a feeling of destruction magic.
Evocation.
Is that what it is now?
That is evocation now, yes.
Evocation. Sorry, that's my 5 point. That's my 5e brain.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, it's still evocation in 5e.
Yeah.
There's less
Just
classes of
yeah.
magic now. It's kind of cleaned
Yeah.
up. Um,
But yes.
and as I'm walking in, is the rest of the party following me?
Yeah, I'm
Are
probably
you
just
guys?
holding on to Cleo's clothes if Cleo's walking in.
Yeah, and I could tell magic was used on the front gate as well as the door to the cellar, correct? Or the food cellar?
You can tell it was used. Looks like everywhere that was crushed by a boulder or there was some sort of explosion, there are traces of evocation magic.
Am I able? Okay. Um, as
And
we're
yes, the
walking,
cellar and barracks were included in that. Sorry.
The barracks, the guard towers, the food stalls.
yeah.
Yeah.
So food cellar. So I'm gonna, as we're walking, I'm just saying this place was attacked using magic, evocation magic, and I'm going to point towards the different buildings and just say barracks, and then the food cellar. Say food cellar. Um, if we want to start investigating those, because that is where. And I'm just gonna basically just point. Oh my god! Let me rephrase that. I'm gonna point this to the barracks, and then I'm gonna and say barracks. I'm gonna point into the food cellar.
Lilitu's just gonna
And
tap her lip and be like, "Well, food cellar might have alcohol. Barracks might have fun new toys."
I am going to start moving towards the barracks.
Barracks it
Okay.
is, and I start doing like stiff leg walking behind Alice.
Cecil is just terrified and just sort of shivering and then doesn't want to be alone, so he just follows quickly behind.
Alrighty. Cleo, I assume you're just tagging along, or are you looking at something else?
Yeah, just tagging along.
Okay, no problem. All right, so what does the party do next? You make your way to the barracks, and you can definitely still feel the traces of magic. You notice that the magic traces are the strongest on top of the barracks. So, like some sort of spell was cast on the top, on the outside, to cave it from the top down.
Where it was cast down, is it almost like it was burned, or is there like a rock that is there like a big boulder or rock in the middle of it or anything like that where it would have caved in?
Yes, there is a rock, a boulder. It looks like it would have landed on it if
Can I
potentially. Yeah, go
do
ahead.
I know the spell, or should I roll an Arcana check?
Let me check the spell names off the top of my head.
Because I'm not, I don't want to meta game and say it. That's why I'm asking.
have my. Oh, those are in the player's handbook. The one book I don't have with me. Let me grab it real quick. I should have spells tabbed though. It's always the questions you never expect that get you.
Every time.
I know what it does. I don't know the name. That's the issue. One of those tip of the tongue moments. I apologize for the slight delay.
His own games.
Okay, so around the boulder, you can detect that levitate was used to move it.
And then drop it. Um, Levitate is a level 3
It's
spell?
a second level transmutation spell.
But you said it was evocation magic.
So there's 2 here. I was looking up the one for the other for you
Oh,
real
okay,
quick.
okay.
That's not a boulder. It's a rock.
Okay.
Can I roll? It's gonna be investigation. Can I roll investigation to see if I find any weapons in here or anything of value?
Yeah, so let me answer this question real quick. So, Alice, you can't detect that a spell caused the burning. Like, you know it's magic, but you can't detect that what spell it was. If you had to guess, it's something related to fireball.
I was worried it was meteor strike. That was my concern. Okay, so that's not as concerning.
And then Lilith, you were wanting to investigate.
14.
Looks
Ooh.
like you move some stones around. Looks like there's some broken weapons that are of no value. But odd thing is, there should be a lot more weapons, and they seem to be missing.
uh,
Okay, I put my
I'm
hands on my
gonna
hips and I go, guys, there is a lackluster amount of weapons in here.
as I'm going to approach the boulder that came down. Just I'm gonna say out loud, just fireball and levitate, and then I'm gonna hear um Lily say that, and I'm going to kind of assume in my head and say out loud, this place was attacked for its resources. I'm sure if we go to the food cellar, it will be empty.
Can I go up to a scorch mark and then just go fireball? As in, I don't care how big the room is, I cast fireball. Fireball?
And then I'm gonna point at the roof.
Oh, joy.
Um, I I want to do so another investigation check, and is investigation correct? Just to do another once over the room in case there's anything here, or there's any other hidden room or any
Are you
hidden
doing
traps
it
or anything like that.
on the barracks where you're currently at by the
Yeah.
boulder? Nope. What Lilith said, you confirm basically just by doing a quick
Okay.
glance.
Um, I want to. I'm just gonna say there's nothing else here, and I'm going to walk out of the barracks and head towards the food cellar. And basically say to the rest of the party is you guys need to find something to eat, and kind of point them down.
Okay, so as you approach the food cellar,
I'm
you
chasing
notice
behind
that
her, going, drink, drink, not eat, drink.
you notice that it has a strange smell about it. It smells kind of like of rot.
Would Cleo smell that like better than us?
Yes, actually, I think they have keen senses. I don't know if that's actually like enhanced senses or if it's just like proficiency or bonuses on something. But for the
I think it is literally just they have proficiency with any checks with using scent or hearing.
yeah, I think so, something like that. But for the story, it's funner if she notices because
Mhm.
cat.
Yeah. Scrunches her nose in disgust at the scent. Can I check if I can single out different types of scents over the rock?
Roll a perception check for me.
Oh no.
Okay, so you can't discern any specific smells, but you do recognize the smell as rotting food.
I relay this to them.
Okay, I grab Cleo's pants and I go, do you smell alcohol?
Do I roll again for that? I don't think.
No, but
No. I turn to her and I'm like,
Alcohol would have been
sorry.
sealed. So
no.
no.
Then there's a chance. I
Only
look at
rotten
Alice.
food.
You better hope there's something down there for you to eat. And I'm going to point them down there.
Start walking away with my
And-
finger in the air. Drink, dear Alice. Drink.
I want to move towards the guard's tower because I want an upper view of the surroundings in the area.
Okay, so just so I make sure I got the picture correct, Alice is going to go try and get higher in a guard tower, probably do some inspecting there. And then Lilitu, are you and Cleo and Cecil like at the cellar door opening it? What's the exact situation here?
Cleo, I see Lilitu go to open it, and I step back because of the smell, and kind of just go back into the courtyard area.
I struggle to
okay.
open it,
Look
and then I
around.
stop. Look over at Cecil. Hey, Big Lug, you like wine, right? Come help me look for some.
The entire time, I'm just sort of looking back and forth between who to follow because, again, just terrified. And then hear her say that, and then decide to go open the cellar because thoughts of wine overpowered that.
Yes, another drinker. I have a drinking buddy. And I tap his leg.
Okay, as you open the door, Cecil, you guys get hit with a stronger scent of rot, and you notice that the cellar is basically caved in, essentially about halfway back down. As you can see, it looks like it's caved in.
All right,
Do you
I'm
step
pinching my
in,
nose.
or do
Oh,
you?
dear God. Can I roll perception to see if there is anything bottled, preserved?
Yeah, you can roll a perception. So there's a glint that catches your eye, and you walk into the cellar, and you pick up a bottle. Turns out it was smashed and empty, but as you're looking around, you notice something odd about the pattern. One, there's no boulder here, and two, the roof doesn't look like it was fallen in on itself. It looks like it was pushed outwards instead.
Pushed out? Like, guys, where's Alice? I think somebody blasted their way out of here. Where is Alice?
What Alice wouldn't hear that, right? Because then she's
Alice is not there. Alice is currently making her way up to or through the guard's tower. So she is not there at the moment.
I hear Lilitu's voice because enhanced hearing.
Well, you're all together down there.
No, I'm in the courtyard.
Oh, okay.
And so I see Alice walking up, and I yell to her that I relay what Lilitu yelled or said.
I would probably be gone by this point because I started walking off before you guys even opened the door.
No, but the guard tower, it's like they're in the similar area, right? So if I yell, you should be able to hear. Because I'm closer than them.
Yeah, this is not a very big outpost.
Okay. I want to wait till we get to my part with the outpost before making any decisions on my tower extension.
Okay.
Okay, you're welcome to.
I roll investigation.
So, okay. Well, you hold on your investigation check real quick. And at the same time you were doing this, Alice, what were you doing at the remains of the tower?
I'm at the remains of the tower. How is it destroyed currently? Is there what's the destruction to it?
Looks like it was hit from kind of similar to it looks exactly the same with the boulder and with kind of like brimstone / fire, which you assume might be from a strong fireball spell, in the exact same manner as the barracks.
Is it going through the roof or through the side?
It is. So the damage looks like it came kind of like where the roof and the wall met, kind of the turret part. and knocked it in towards you, and then a boulder was set on top of it.
Am I able to get higher into the tower to look at from the top?
You can climb a little bit of ways, and as you are climbing, you notice that at the top, at the highest part, there used to be what looks like the makings of some sort of signal fire.
But I'm able to glance around at the surrounding environment, correct?
Yes.
Is there anything to note? And if there is anything particular landmark-wise, I want to kind of mark it down in my map and in my journal of anything to note, as well as the damage to the current settlement that we're in, and basically note basically the spells that we had seen and there being a magic caster attacking things.
So that basically what you've seen is pretty consistent for the destroyed buildings. Getting a bigger picture, it definitely looks like someone was trying to maybe fake a siege attack potentially. And that's basically all you can ascertain from this.
The doors, when we came in, were they attacked? Did it look like they were attacked from the inside or from the outside?
They were very splintered, but knowing the information you have now and with your detect magic detecting traces of that same explosive like substance and seeing a disproportionate amount of wood on the outside, you assume it was probably done from the inside and they tried to clean up their mess by burning the pieces or crushing them more.
What other buildings were in this outpost that we didn't look in? Was there anything?
No, that's basically it. There's like a covered tent where a campfire would be cooked for the nightly meal, but this is a much smaller garrison. It is most likely from which you can obtain, combined with a signal fire, probably some sort of like forward warning outpost that is a skeleton crew, basically.
Yeah. I would quickly make my way down the tower and go towards the food cellar, and the rot really makes no difference to me, and I would go down there, just rush
Okay.
past.
So as you finish making your notes and you're kind of taking a deeper look at things and putting these things together, you hear Cleo call out for you. And you start, I assume, heading towards the cellar like you were describing. And at the same time, unless I'm misunderstanding the situation, Lilitu has decided to investigate in the cellar as you're on your way. All right, Lilitu,
Okay.
let's see what you investigate.
So I want to investigate for if there is any food, because I did the perception for food and drink to see if there was anything bottled specific. And unfortunately, there's not. Why is the rum always gone? So I'm gonna investigate to see if there is any edible food, since Alice was focused on that for us that need to eat. Although I should really look into if Ashbournes need to eat.
They do.
Yeah, but I feel like I think I don't have to eat as frequently. But I could be wrong.
Double check. Give me 1 second.
It's all good. It's not relevant right now. You can continue with your investigation.
Plus, I think I have rations, so.
Yeah, worst case, you guys have travel rations.
So, but I'll still look for that because that's what Alice wanted us to look for. I'm still looking for alcohol. And I also want to, so I guess these would be like 3 different roles. And then I also just want to investigate in general for any other magic that happened. I don't have detect magic, but I could roll an arcana maybe?
Yeah, so if you want to look for magic evidence or magic traces, you're welcome to roll an arcana check. If you want to investigate for alcohol, you can roll, a regular investigation check.
All right, alcohol first. 14.
As you are kicking and moving things around, you don't notice any alcohol. Looks like it was either hidden or there was never any here. But you notice as you get closer to the back left corner of the cellar that the smell of rot is getting a little bit worse, and the floor is looking more singed.
Okay, I cover my nose, and before I go look closer at the singe, I walk over to Cecil, and I go, "So sorry, Big Lug. There's no alcohol." And then I go back over to look at the singed, and I'm rolling my Arcana now. 15.
Cecil sort
Okay,
of
so-
gags and then just OTLs.
So you can see that there's a strong source of magic was used here, and it was some sort of explosive magic relating to fire. And from what you can see from the angle, it looks like it was put here to blast the roof down on top, like to basically collapse the cellar in. And potentially, you don't know for sure, but there's, with the smell of rot, maybe they were trying to discourage the use of the food stores, or maybe they were trying to prevent someone from finding something here. You can't really tell. You just know that a large explosive magic weapon or source of some kind was used here.
Okay. Oddly specific, DM. Can I roll a history to know if dragons are like normal around the from when we lived around her?
Yeah, you can roll a history. I think it's more of your lore. You would know this. I don't know if I need to make you roll history. With the reliquary information, dragons were common, but mostly the neutral or good or lawful good kind. So, not any evil dragons necessarily, and they were far and few in between.
Okay, and then also DM
general.
question. Would an Arcana check even be able to determine if fire was done by magic if it was dragon done? Because dragons don't use magic.
You could safely assume it wouldn't be from Dragonfire because they're not magical. So
Okay. So I kind of just tap my lip again and mutter to myself, I don't care how big the room is, I cast fireball again? And look up. And can I see if there's like anywhere where somebody can like stand from up there? Like if somebody cast it, because somebody cast it downward to collapse this in, right?
No, it was
No.
said from the inside.
Oh, from the inside?
Yeah.
Okay, so from the inside out. All right. Then I'm gonna go closer to where the smell of rot is, and I'm holding my nose because it is stinky. And what should I roll to try to see like if the rot is just food or if it's more of that like moldy stuff?
So, as you get closer, you find an unstable portion in the floor, and you actually fall down.
Well, shit. Can I roll acrobatics to land on my feet at least?
You can roll an acrobatics check.
Am I down there by this point, or am I?
Ooh,
Yeah.
nat 20, baby!
Good
Describe
job.
how you want to land.
All they hear is, oh shit! And then I land directly on my feet in like a perfect like little like gymnastics T-pose. And then I put my hands up and go, nailed it!
And Alice, you probably heard the floor collapse, and you were probably about to step where you could see everything. So it's up to you if you want to say you saw it or if you just heard it and then you saw the aftermath.
I would have saw. I would say I saw her falling as soon as she came into vision.
Okay. So
I'm
go ahead.
going to. I guess I'm assuming I would hear her land. Or is
Well,
there
she did a celebration, so you probably heard her celebrate.
I am going to. Who else is down? Is Sir Posh down here?
No, Cecil wasn't all the way up there with me. So from my understanding, I'm the only one that fell down there. I don't know if Cecil's looking over the edge or
No,
anything.
I mean,
He's in
is
despair.
Cecil in the room?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm basically almost gonna say, I'm gonna say sternly, rope.
He's still in the OTL position, turns over with tears in his eyes. I want to go home. And then
I am going to go ahead.
pulls out rope.
I'm going to go over, drag him over. I am going to throw one end of the rope down, and I am going to make him hold the other end.
All right.
And
Is there anywhere I could tie it? Should I
Yes.
roll for that?
Yeah, you could definitely find somewhere to tie it.
and I am going to glance down the hole and look at. Can I see? Is there a light down there? Can I see Lily too, or is it all dark? Or I
It's
have dark
completely
vision.
dark
What
currently.
do I see?
Yeah,
Do I?
you do have dark vision,
Yes.
I believe.
So what do I see in my black and white vision?
So, as you slowly descend down, you see Lilitu standing in, you said, a T-pose?
Well, yeah, T-pose, but then in my celebration, I threw my arms over my head. And nailed it! Here, hold up. Let me go find
Okay. So you're doing the little nailed it thing. So you see her, I assume, maybe doing that or doing something else. As you are coming down the rope slowly, you also see a circular chamber. It looks like with a collapsed entrance on the far side. And then you see a giant hole in the middle. And it looks like you can see, with your night vision, you can essentially see the hole is like a blackish color, and then you can kind of see the white or the outlines of something in the circle, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it the best with dark vision, but
it would just be. I would just see the hole there, basically. I'm going to look up once I hit the ground, and I'm going to assume that you had a song, or not, my bad, Sir Posh has tied it.
yeah. Cleo, did you do anything when you heard all of this, or are you just hanging out?
I sat down in the courtyard while they were like going through the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear the crash and the yelling from Lilith, so I half stand up in concern as I look back, and then I hear a cheer and I sit back down.
I'm going
All
to
right,
yell
sounds good.
at Sir Posh, say, "Get Cleo."
So while I'm down here, can I do perception to make sure that, one, I am safe, and two, if there's anything of
Yes.
interest down here?
Yes.
I'm operating off the information I know that this place was attacked from the inside, and I can see that this would have come from the inside. So that's my character's train of thought. This is where the attack came from.
Okay. So, Lilitu, you feel safe. You don't think there's anything here. You see what looked like maybe was a tunnel entrance of some kind to your left that has been self-collapsed on, and then but you do notice the rotting smell you have been smelling is coming from the pit.
Hey guys, it's real stinky down here, and there's a pit, and secret oh, it's closed. I yell up at Alice. So are you guys coming down here, or do you want me back up there? There is a pit
I'm already
thingy. It's pretty stinky.
I'm down here with you.
Oh, okay.
I think about at this point, Cecil will be halfway up the stairs trying to get Cleo, but just muttering to himself. Oh,
That's fair.
reduced to a mere servant.
All right, so Cleo and Cecil might be on their way to you guys while you were.
Can I also roll
Mhm.
Arcana to also see? Wait, is Alice's detect magic
Well,
still
I
on?
mean, it'd be
My detect magic
Yes.
is still on, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, Alice, you don't detect any magic down here at all.
I don't. Okay, but I can smell rot from the pit. It's coming from the pit where the hole is, correct?
Yes.
I
look
want
at
to make my way towards that pit.
I kind of run to catch up to Alice and I go, "Hey, did you see? Cast Fireball was up there too."
I saw the place was attacked from the inside.
Yeah, how bizarre. Then they took all the alcohol. Maybe that's why it got attacked. There's no liquor anywhere.
Okay, so have Cecil and Cleo, are you guys coming down the rope at this point, or are you still in the cellar? And Alice, did you tell them to come down the rope or just into the cellar?
I said my exact words were "Go get Cleo."
Yeah, and then so I said when that was happening, halfway up the stairs was muttering to myself, so it would be up to Cleo. Because then by the time this is happening, I would assume I would reach Cleo, tell her what's happening, up to her if she wants to follow.
I feel like
And
it
if
would
she
depend
did,
on
then we'd
what
probably
Sissel
be around.
says.
Well, Cecil, what do you say to her?
Your friends over there told me to come get you.
I kind of look him up
I
and
am but a
down,
mere messenger.
stand up, and then just walk past him as he keeps muttering, talking to himself about feeling disrespected or something.
That's fair. Okay, so I feel like this has to happen, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Mimi. It is your character, but I feel like when you get up, you do like the cat stretch. You know what I'm talking about, where you like
Yeah,
arch your back and do like the really big stretch
like I just did.
right in front of him, and you do the cat thing where you turn and walk away.
Yeah.
So Alice, what would you like to wait before checking out the pit till the Leo gets in talking distance or gets down there, or would you like to take a look?
I would go over there, and as soon as I knew Lilitu said you were coming with me, Lilitu, or you were just
Yeah.
talking to me?
Yeah, I'm walking next to you.
I'm gonna just
Okay.
as you're walking with me, I just want to make sure that I'm basically kind of using my hand to push you back further.
Okay, so I
And
assume you kind of push me towards my chest and I stumble back a little bit. I'm like, fine, I'll wait for
I'm not
Jenny.
really pushing you. I'm not really pushing you as much as I'm holding my hand there to slow you down.
Oh, okay.
So you're basically you're behind me basically as I'm moving towards
Yeah, by
the pit because I want to.
a foot or two.
It's
like
a pit
step or
in the
two.
ground, or is it a pit in the wall?
It's in the ground. It's like a circular, hastily dug pit.
And the rot's coming from inside of it.
Yeah. If you'd like to investigate, you're welcome to roll an
I was
investigation
gonna say
roll.
the rot is a smell that we can determine is coming from it, but can we see it?
I am going to take the. I want to glance in the. You said an investigation check.
Yeah, or you can look over. I think you might be also
I
able
want
to
to
determine with your dark
glance in.
vision. So you see what looks like a haphazard stack of the remains of bones and people. Mostly like bones and just random parts left over of in terms of meat.
I can't see clearly down there. How deep is the pit?
Pete, the pit is probably 10 foot max from what you can see.
Is it like a slope pit or is it a dead drop?
It's just a straight drop circle, like straight drop into the pit. It looks like it was just simply to toss stuff in and leave and not think about. There was no intention of ever getting into the pit.
Yeah. But I can't see clearly if there was teeth marks or anything on the bones.
Roll an investigation check.
21.
So you see a couple of bones close by near the top that you actually can get good line of sight on, and there are definitely signs of teeth marks.
And the bones are humanoid?
They are humanoid.
I'm gonna look at Lily. Did Lilitu see in the pit, or is she behind me?
I'm behind you by like a foot.
Okay. I glance in and see that. I am going to turn around and turn Lulu around and push her away from the pet.
You turn me around like all the way, like a 180.
180, and we're
Does-
walking away from the pet.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Alice. Does detect magic work in a sphere? I forget.
It is a sphere, yes. Except it cannot pass through 3 feet of dirt, 1 foot of stone, and 3 inches of metal, and 1 inch of lead.
You said 3 foot of stone or 1 foot of stone?
3 feet of stone.
Okay, so as you got closer to
No,
the pit,
1 foot of stone, 3 feet of dirt and wood.
okay, that's what I thought. As you got closer to the pit, you could just detect the faint outline of some sort of magic near the collapsed tunnel.
The tunnel is the tunnel next to the pit, or are they opposite sides?
So where you drop down and like what looks like people came in, then there's a pit in the middle with enough walking space around it, and then just directly after the pit, it's like a straight path, is the collapsed tunnel.
I want to. Okay, so I'm not doing the exact 180, but I am purposely moving Lily away from the pit, and I want to make my way towards the tunnel.
Okay, let me find
Or
the
she doesn't
spell of
look at.
magic for you real quick. Otherwise, I might have just homebrewed a spell on the fly. We'll see.
Uh-oh.
So, as you get closer, you can tell that the spell, some sort of illusion spell, which I believe is it illusion or conjuration, that it's its own, or are they separate?
Yeah, illusion.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Some sort of illusion spell. And it's one you've never seen before, but it's similar to, it has the same, I guess, magical makeup as would say a message spell or a spell that you can use to communicate verbally with someone you know across
So
some
similar to
distances.
illusory script.
More, yes, actually.
Okay, and
That's a
that
perfect
is
example.
is that on the?
You can feel it
block?
faintly coming from behind. So you know it's not more than 3 feet away because you have managed to detect it, but you
Mhm.
can tell it's coming from somewhere in the collapsed tunnel.
It's not more than 3 feet.
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't be able to detect it.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So like the source of it is within the 3 feet of your detect magic. So if you in your radius. If I'm making sense, because you felt it just at the edge of your sphere, so you had to walk closer to feel it.
I want to take. Is it dirt or stone? It's dirt.
It's dirt. It looks like it was just quickly
I want to
collapsed.
start. Where I feel it, kind of that general area. I want to take my crowbar and just start trying to dig towards that area, kind of just scooping the stuff out because I want to see what it is.
Okay, I walk up
Okay.
towards Alice and I look down and I go, "Oh, do we want into the secret tunnel?"
Okay, so with both of you digging and with
Well,
us,
I'm not
with you
digging.
knowing
I'm
that,
asking.
Nothing,
Does she
it's
want
Oh,
asking.
into?
sorry.
Do you want into
Illusion
the
Oh, that
secret
was a
tunnel?
retort.
Some kind of illusion magic.
So yes, we want into the secret tunnel.
We will find out.
Okay, can I roll investigation for like a rock or a stone or like something that I can shove into the dirt?
Yeah.
At this point, Cleo is like has basically climbed down the rope as well with the dissatisfied face because of the scent.
Okay. Are you watching them?
Do I see them come down?
2 nat 20s and now a crit.
Lilitu, there ain't you ain't Lilitu, you ain't found shit.
Yeah.
I
All right.
just came down, so I'm like
Uh,
just now
do I-
getting off the rope.
My question is, do I notice them down here?
Like Lilitu and Cleo.
As in Cleo, and is Sir Posh coming down?
Sir
Uh,
Posh, did you decide to go down?
I'm sorry, that's your
I would
name
have
now.
made it halfway down, or like probably like 10 feet up in the air, and then like
Okay.
yeah, I'd be like still on the rope, and then like have my feet dangling, and then like at around 5 feet, just fall on my butt.
Okay, so you're halfway down the
Well,
rope. Cleo has just
Cleo's still
touched.
there, like below the rope. So you
Yeah.
would kind of be falling onto her, like into her arms. So Cleo catches Cecil, and she just kind of drops him anyway.
I run over and help
Turns.
and help Cecil up, and I go, "It's really swoon worthy when she does that, though, isn't it?" And then help him get up.
So you definitely hear all that commotion, Alice. So you know that they're all three down there.
I'm going to yell at them, do not look in the pit.
Cecil looks into the pit.
And as soon as
Cleo glances over, but decides to listen and walks over to Alice.
When Cleo gets within range of me, I am going to use predestination. I'm going to snap my fingers, and I'm going to create a harmless sensory effect in front of her nose to try to block out the bad odor that smells nice.
Cleo gives a
All right.
nod of thanks.
Cecil just barfs into pit.
All right, that is everything that happens perfectly as you described it.
Guys, does anybody see a good-sized rock? I'm trying to help Alice here.
Yeah, since I have dark vision, can I like grab one that I see and hand it to her?
She
Yeah.
has dark vision as well. It's just a matter of finding ones.
You guys, the three of you, I assume, want to work together and help Alice
Oh.
start digging in the collapsed tunnel.
Find me a rock.
Then I should do, instead of that, I should do investigation then, because she also has dark vision. Or maybe because I'm taller, I see it better. I don't know.
She asked me if she could investigate, and I just wanted to see what the dice gods said, and they said no. I wasn't originally going to make her investigate.
After I barf, can I use the perfume that I have on me, as well as take out the lantern because I can't see shit?
You're
Yes.
human. Wait, are you human?
So I can find her one?
Huh?
I am human, yeah.
He doesn't have dark vision. He can't see.
When he takes out the
He doesn't
lantern, I
know.
go,
It just trips
"Oh,
over
I
everything.
am so sorry. I forget humans are like blind or whatever. Rock, please."
I forgot. So he is stumbling in the dark right now.
Yeah, I'm just stumbling
Yes.
around, going through my backpack. I'm like, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? And then just, feel it around. Put perfume under my nose, and then take out the lantern so I can see shit, finally.
All right. That's exactly what happens.
Do I need to...
Are you doing the old cast
Lower
light
But
on a
again,
rock
can I
trick?
find
here,
it? Can
or-
I like
Where's
grab a
my
rock from like a
rock?
higher up wall or something? Because I'm taller.
Yeah, you guys can find rocks. If
Okay,
you
I
want.
clap my
I
hand
give
and I
her a
go,
rock.
okay, perfect. Can you shove that in the center of where Alice is trying to dig? Just shove it in there.
I walk over to Alice. Lilitu asked me to put this into where you're digging.
How far am I away from getting to where I'm going?
Since it was within your sphere range, you probably just need to dig a foot and a half to a foot at the max. So, however long you think you could have dug while all of the shenanigans behind you were happening.
It probably
with
would
your
have
bare
taken
hands.
me. Well, I have my crowbar. I'm just trying to like
your
scooping the
crowbar.
dirt out of the way.
Okay, this is very important. How big is the rock?
Do you
I want as
do you
big
want-
of a
should I-
rock as we can get.
or not cast? Should I? You want me to do athletics check just to see how fast it would take me?
Well, it fits in.
No, you're
my
good.
paw.
I'm trying to figure out what Lilitu is trying to convince
Alright.
you to let happen.
I tap my lip.
I don't.
No,
know
bigger
either.
rock. Bigger rock. We need bigger rock.
I would just they're doing some kind of weird shenanigans there about finding rocks, because they don't quite know what I'm doing either. So it's up to you how long
So
that takes them.
as you guys are handling this, you find the source of the magic, Alice, but you can only stick your hand deep enough to basically touch the source. But it's
Can
just
I
on the
help
side of the wall, basically.
Can I send Mimi through and look through her eyes? Is it big enough for Mimi to get through? My cat
Uh,
Mimi, not Mimi, not Cleo
is it?
Mimi.
How big is your familiar? Can it fit in an
It's
arm-sized hole?
yes, it is a cat.
Then yes, but it can't see anything. So
It has dark vision, does it
you
not?
like, yeah, and you see the source of the magic on the wall, trying to decide. Yeah, so there's some sort of magical writing on the wall because you know the type of spell was similar to the writing spell you mentioned.
Am I able to? As I'm looking through, I want to basically copy what I'm seeing through the eyes into my journal using my hand, just handwriting in the journal.
Okay, so you see written hastily in a panic. You see, Master, your theory was correct. They are coming through the tunnels, or they are coming from the underground. And then you see it like someone was dragged away against their will, and it kind of just scratches off after that.
They're coming through the tunnels? Is that what it says?
They're coming from the underground. They're coming through the ground, basically.
Sorry, I'm just making notes.
Yeah.
Did we find a bigger rock? And then I see Alice writing and I go, oh, Alice, do you still want in there?
Not unless you want to go further underground. And I am going to have Mimi come back through, and I'm going to suggest I'm going to look at them, turn around, and I am going to see their antics.
So we
At
don't
this
want
point,
to
I've
go
picked up
back.
Lily too.
When I turn around, what exactly am I looking at?
At this point I've picked up Lily too, and I'm just like turning her in every direction to see what she wants me to grab.
I'm waving my hand. I want a big rock.
Because I couldn't see shit, Cecil looks into the pit again and then barks again.
All right.
And he's sort of
as a
just, like,
group-
fetal
Sorry,
position.
go
Just,
ahead.
and then he's just sort of in the fetal position, just like pale green, like faced, indicating that he's just very sick.
All right. What do you guys do next?
So again, we don't want to go into the secret tunnel.
We do not, unless you want to go further underground.
You
And
would
I am
also
going to
have to
make
keep digging more dirt because Alice only did about a foot and a half to get her arm in just to find the source of the magic. And it happened to be at chest height because someone was writing on the wall as they were being taken through.
Fine, fine. If we're not going through the secret tunnel, I don't need my rock. You can put me down, Cleo.
I set her on my shoulder instead.
Oh, this works.
I'm going to nod my head, and I am just going to say we need to leave.
I want to know why Lilith wanted a rock.
Lilith doesn't know why Lilith wanted a rock.
I do. I wanted a big rock so that I can shove it into the dirt and then cast enlarge to make it really big to make a fast dig.
Accidentally causes everything to collapse, and then we just get
That's exactly
No,
what would
no,
happen.
no. I would have made sure the rock wasn't big enough for that.
Oh my god. Anyway, we are going to go up. I am going to make my way to the rope and start climbing up. And as I pass the human who is currently falling over himself, I am going to grab him by his shirt and drag him behind me.
I sniff the air and go, "Did somebody spray perfume?"
Cecil's unresponsive because he's just trying to hold on to whatever food is left in his stomach.
It's coming from the human.
All right, so I assume we climb back up the rope.
We are climbing back the rope. I'm not explaining anything until we get back up to the top, and I go, we're kind of closer to being out of danger.
Who takes
Okay.
Cecil out of the up the rope?
Alice was dragging.
I was
Cecil.
dragging him to the rope, and I was going to start climbing, and would hope he would get the hint to start climbing.
I mean, eventually it's like the nausea stops and I would climb, I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume you guys end up either in the courtyard near the gate or outside the fortress. That's in the next few minutes, because I assume you don't want to stay near the smell of the cellar.
No. We would be. That would be up to them. It doesn't make a difference to me. But I would be getting out away, and by this point, my detect magic would be gone as well.
Yep.
And I'm basically just out of the fortress. And we are basically back on the road, I would assume, unless somebody else wants to do something, or something happens before that point.
I'm still along for the ride. I'm on Cleo's shoulder, and I'm just kicking my little feetsies, making sure not to hit her. Probably playing my pan flute.
So you guys are gonna head to the town on the map, or the fortress, whatever that marking is. Is that correct?
Relay? Is that where we're going?
No, ignore. We're just basically just need information at this point. And obsidian looking thing is the best place to get information, is my guess. But once we're out of the fortress, I want to go into my journal and just make notes of what I was found about the magic. I didn't quite know what it was and what it said. And basically the information from the town. I'm basically just going to tell the party based off of my assumption from what I investigated was the town was attacked from the inside. And it appears to have started from where the food cellar was. And the tunnel was sealed off to stop something from coming in, and the outpost was destroyed to just from the inside out, was to prevent whatever was happening from underground from coming out. And that was that is my assumptions based off of what happened.
All right. So you
But
guys
something
make
is
this
coming
3 to
from
5 day
underground.
trek. All right. So you guys make this 3 to 5 day trek. Alice explains all of that. If you guys have any adventures or stuff you want to talk about that happened on your trek, feel free to fill in the time. But if you guys don't want to add anything to it, then you will end up in front of the gates of Igador.
I probably just bother Cecil a
During
lot.
during those 3 to 5 days, the Cecil's like mannerisms or like what's it called?
As Cecil's mannerisms are becoming more and more tiresome on the party, we will be more harshly correcting him.
I tapped Cecil. Don't worry, Big Lug. I'm used to
The way he
nobles.
acts.
They will be getting on my patience to a certain point. If you,
Okay.
I mean, like, does it change
So-
at any point? Like, does he realize, like, you know?
That's a question
I
for
don't think
Cecil.
he'd realize after 3 to 5 days.
I don't think he'd realize
Okay,
that.
so-
He's
so-
noble
So
born.
Cleo still detests him. All
3
right,
to
cool.
5 days. 1 second.
what was your intelligence score? I forgot. Or your wisdom score?
Big boy?
Big boy, yeah. Sir Posh. What was his
13.
wisdom? Ooh, you guys have a wisdom.
So
At some point
You
again,
guys-
I end up playing with his hair. I'm like, you know, you really could just do like a bun. Why did you cut the top of it? You should just let it grow out.
Oh yes.
Lilitu's probably the one that spends the most time with Cecil.
Lilith probably hops between everybody.
Probably.
I think it would probably sink in that he's no longer a noble at the very least, but he would still be like, I'm better than them kind of attitude, because then
Mhm.
he still has the upbringing of one. It's just that, so it'd be like
Question-
slightly less, just not.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My concern right now is rations. What is our current food supply for the 3 people that have to eat?
You guys would make it to the town without issue.
Okay.
I think most packs come with like 7 to 10 days of rations, and you guys would
I'm
been
pretty sure they
fine.
only come with 2 to 3 rations.
say
It
that
says I
depends.
have 10 1 days, so.
Yeah.
Also, technically, this happened off stream, but our one shot, we could have had extra rations because we were going on mission for the reliquaries.
Yeah.
That was also at some unknown time period before we got to that point.
But yeah, you guys.
Oh, wait,
would
you're talking
win
about something.
on
You're talking about
rations.
when we went in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cecil would have stolen everything he could have from his family before being exiled, food-wise. So
Would
Damn
he have
straight.
known to steal that?
But he wouldn't have known how to like. I
Cookie?
hate English.
He probably had some
Um,
amazing sweet bread rolls.
Like how to like make it last. I guess is the way to put it. Because I would assume since he's like a noble, he would just eat without realizing that he might run out of it.
Given his behavior, that would not surprise me. That's why. So in D&D, there are different types of lifestyles, and food is included in that. So if he's living a lifestyle that is
He
comfy,
lives
fine,
lavishly,
so
but
when
he
he's out
doesn't
of-
eat that much because he's a
so
small
when
build.
He's not chunky.
yeah.
He'll just eat the most.
Long story
he would
short-
eat whatever the most expensive stuff is, I would say.
Yeah. Long story short, you guys have enough rations to make it to the city.
At one point when we're camping, I'm laying on my stomach with my chin and my palms on my hand, my elbows on the ground, looking at Cecil, and I go, "Do you have sweet bread rolls?"
Cecil rummages through the pack, trying to remember if he finished all of them, and then he has like half of one left.
Ooh, I clap my hands and I jump up and I jump into Cecil's lap. Can I have some?
He doesn't want to be on everyone's bad side at the very least, so he tries to get Lily on his side by giving her the entire thing.
I just eat it while I'm dancing back and forth.
All right, with those travels complete, you guys arrive at the gates of Igadir. And you guys are immediate.
Was the
What's up?
bridge anything special when we got to the bridge? Were there guards there? Was it destroyed? What was the deal with that?
So it was just a simple bridge across the river. So the map that Cecil was given was all that he could afford after being exiled. So it was a cheaper map that was basically a rough sketch of basically someone who had made the trek before. So the bridge was not as important as the person that sketched it remembered it was being. So it's just to get across the river, and right quickly after the bridge, you can see as you cross the bridge, though, that it could be destroyed in a hurry if needed, but looks like that it's not like anything super important. So the gates are closed, no guards outside. There's just a couple walking the top basically section, or just manning the watchtowers, and they are watching you approach, waiting to get close enough to talk to you.
So I'm still kicking my legs, looking at Cecil. If you're from up north, does it snow more than it snows here? Because this is dreadful.
Cecil responds by saying, "It's actually not too different from here. The town up north probably reaches colder temperatures, but the snow is about the same."
Ugh, you lost me at colder.
Okay,
So then
as you
Cecil's just sort of just chilling because it's still warmer than where he's from.
Also, I assume that I'm
Fair
on
enough.
Cleo's shoulders as I'm talking to Cecil. Wait, also, how tall is Cecil? Who's taller, Cecil or Cleo?
I forget what I wrote down
Cecil.
for his
I
height.
forgot.
let's see.
I don't think you wrote down height.
Yeah, he did not write a height down, so he is whatever height he chooses to be right now.
The last one was shorter. The last character was shorter. I think. No? No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think you were the tallest in the last one.
Let's make him a nice 6 foot, I guess.
Oh, okay, you're the exact same height as Cleo. For those that don't use the really dumb Imperial system, that's about 183 centimeters.
100, yeah. 182, 183.
So, as you approach the main gate, you see towering walls with an iron reinforced door, and it looks like it has strange arcane symbols on it. And
Do I recognize them at a glance?
no.
Okay.
And the weird thing is you don't hear any sounds from the city, even though you are right at the gates. And as you approach, a guard says, "Who goes there?"
I'm going to. Can I roll for persuasion? And I kind of stand up on Cleo's shoulders and wave my hands and go, "Hello, you guys want some entertainment?" As I have my fiddle out.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Fuck, another crit!
So you pull out
Two
your
nat 20s and 2 crits? What is this?
How?
You pull out your fiddle to play, but you're not used to this cold and you have freezing fingers. So you go to play it in front of them, make a big spectacle, and as you go to strum it, you drop it.
I'm like, no, my fiddle! And I climb down to go get it.
And you hear both the guards just say, "Great performance!" And they start clapping.
Cecil just annoyed by the needing to walk everywhere, just shouts out to them, "Do you not know the name Alabaster? The first son of the house Alabaster has come.
And they
Let
go,
me in."
"No! Are you guys refugees? You looking for a safe place?"
I call out, "That would be preferred, especially if there's fire. This place is cold," as I'm trying to fix my fiddle, making sure it's tuned properly.
We're lost and trying to find our bearings.
They say, "Okay, one sec. We'll escort you to the refugee town." Or, sorry. Yeah, that's what they call it. So. And they open the gates a few minutes later. And there is I would say about 10 to 15 men armed come out. And they take you inside the gates. And they take you, directions don't matter too much, but for your perspective from the gate, they take you left into a portion of the town that is couple of the fastly put together 2 3-story buildings. It's a single street, and it has a gate that is the only entrance to this section of the city. And they walk you into the gate. They assign you a building, and they say, "Stay here until we have time to investigate you." And they leave.
Are there other people here?
So the streets are dead quiet, but you see fires lighting some of the apartments.
The
Is there a
refugee
tavern?
town is apartments?
Sorry, what was your question?
Which one?
Alice?
We're in refugee town, or they take us to like a guard station.
No, you are in a refugee area of the city, or the fortress, whatever you want to refer to it as. It's basically a decently sized walled city, or at least it looks like it.
And they're apartments. They're like wooden buildings, or are they stone buildings? The apartments. Because I'm assuming
They
for
look they look like they're repurposed older buildings. So some are stone that maybe were stores before, some maybe are added onto in part wooden, part stone. Some may just be stone altogether from like a previous type of building, but you can tell that they've been neatly erected in a single row. And there is no gap between the wall and the back of them. And at the end, there's a little curve, so like a cul-de-sac, and that's it. So it's just a single file row with only one entrance, which is the gate at the front.
Okay, and they said they told us to wait here for processing, correct? Did they specify how long, or are we in a separate building, or what's the deal?
They basically gave you the keys to one apartment building, and so you guys can handle it however you want. They marked down the building, what you look like, and they left. Because they're just soldiers,
Okay.
they're cold, it's late, they don't want to be out. So most likely someone will come meet you in the morning.
Okay, I make sure my
Okay.
fiddle works. It's really hard to find a custom fiddle that fits these tiny little hands. Trust. Is there a tavern in this town?
You don't know.
There's no...
You were taken straight to the town, the location you're currently at.
All right. I go up and grab Cecil's pinky because my hand's tiny, so I can only grab his pinky. And we'll go, "Come on, big leg, let's go look for a tavern."
Excited at the prospect of
I'm going to
being
grab
able to drink
the
his
nape of her shirt again and said, "We're waiting here. We were told to wait here."
Tavern.
Yeah, excited by it. Yeah, I go, lead away, little one.
Too many unknowns.
Tavern.
Refugee town.
They all said they'll be here in the morning. I'll be back before morning.
Refugee camps don't have taverns.
But the rest of the town might have a tavern.
They're not going to let us in the rest of the town. We're here as refugees.
So
Oh,
where you're
please,
currently
please. I'm very
located,
persuasive.
the only
You
way in
drop
is a
your
gate
fiddle.
guarded by a couple of guards, and where you're currently at is just a straight road, and it's just the 2 rows of apartment buildings on each side.
Okay, but at the moment we're outside.
We're inside an apartment.
Okay, you're trying to keep us inside.
I am saying stay inside. I know. I stopped. I didn't say anything yet. I'm stopping you from going out. We need to make a plan, and we need information.
That's what the tavern's for. Nobody talks more than drunkards.
We don't need drunkards. We need somebody who's old-lived.
Well, you can
So-
talk to the barkeep who won't be drunk, while I try to get coin out of everyone that is.
So as you guys have been talking to each other and trying to figure this out, you hear a knock at the door.
All right, I probably jump. I'm like, oh shit.
What do you
I
do
walk
next?
over to the door.
Okay.
Is there any way to see? Like, is there people in this area, or
Trying to think.
is there a window?
I mean, yeah, there's a window next to it. You can definitely look out.
I peek through the window.
So when you look outside, you see an older human. He is in what looks like priest robes, but they aren't anything super expensive or nice. They're very basic. It looks like a beggar would wear them. He has white, balding hair, and he is just standing there patiently with his hands crossed in front of him, or like intertwined in front of him.
who is it?
There is a priest at the door.
Maybe he knows where the tavern is, and I run up to go open the door.
Okay.
I grab her.
Alice is gonna click her tongue.
So
I grab her before she can touch like the door.
Again, I'm
Okay.
just hanging in the air, and I cross my arms.
And I open the door myself because, like, since Lilith's so small, I decided to not let her open it herself.
all
This
right.
priest
so
just sees
you're
a
hold-
hanging meat. Arms
Yeah.
crossed, all-
So the door opens and he just says, sorry to disturb you, but I would hate to delay, and I know how confused you must be as refugees. I can't imagine what you've been through. I am usually responsible for processing and figuring out if refugees need anything and making sure you're safe in this area. My
I
name
need
is-
a tavern.
Sorry, he was just going to finish. He's going to say, my name is Xander. If you have a second, I'd like to help you get acquainted and figure out your role here.
I hold up my fiddle as I'm still hanging from Cleo's arm and go, I play music and I'd like a tavern.
He just chuckles and says, don't worry, there's definitely one of those around here.
I look over at Cecil. See, big guy.
I go up to her, and then you know that meme from Full Metal with the Armstrong where they clasp hands. I do that to Lily too.
The priest, he just lets out a gentle chuckle and he says, well, I can already see half my job's done. I'm usually here to hunt for spies or undead. I can see you two with your thirst for drink probably are not undead, at least.
I assume I wait for Cleo to put me down. But Cleo, do you put me down?
I'm going-
Cleo, will you
I'm
put me
going to
down?
make my way to the door and be frank and just ask him, are there any long-lived races near here?
I gently put her down
Okay.
behind my leg.
Two.
Okay, so Cleo gently puts Lilitu down. Alice, what do you ask at this time?
Are there any long-lived races like elves here in the camp?
He just looks at you, confused for a second, and he's just like, what do you mean? Do you mean humanoids?
I run up.
Humanoids, yes.
I run up in front of Alice and I bow and I go, I am Lilith the Bard. My friend here, we're very confused. We're not from this region. So she's just trying to get some information on what's happened here recently. You know, in the last, like, millennia.
He chuckles and he says, that's a long time.
Well, you could say we've been
We've
living
been
under a rock.
longer.
What do you mean? Where are you from?
Oh, okay. Well, so here's the thing. We were in this like tomb thing, and when we went into the tomb thing, it was green, and when we came out of the tomb thing, it was snowing. So I'm not sure if we got teleported to a different region because we are really not sure where we are. Which is why we're trying to figure it out.
he just looks at you and he says, "Are you sure you need more alcohol?"
Yes, I am sure.
Okay, he just shrugs and chuckles a little bit, and asks if he can come sit down out of the cold.
I'm going to grab Lily too and move her out of the way and let him come in.
I cross
Step
my arms.
aside.
I cross my arms when my feet hit the ground. I was gonna move anyway. And I walk towards wherever he's sitting.
He just sits down and takes the first chair he sees, and he just groans a little bit when he sits down, and he says, "Thank you." And he said, "I really would like to help you guys get your freedom so you can at least spend some time in the entertainment district and maybe get a trip out of here, get a job in the bigger city. But I need to make sure, I assume you're nice people, but it's just a protocol here. I have to make sure you're safe, and my job is to clear people. I am a high priest of. Sorry, I forget my own pantheon. Look at me go. I can't read my handwriting. That's the real truth. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I'm gonna
Is he
squint my
Ugg?
eyes when he says freedom.
He says, "I'm a high priest of Boru. I'm what's known as a sin eater, and I seek out corruption and can find evil in the hardest places."
Boru, a sin eater, you say? So we know about these, right? It's not just Cecil?
Yes. Correct.
So would I know that
Sin-
necromancers can tend to...
Yes. Yeah. Anyone can worship the gods, and you would know that necromancers tend to be. This is one of the two they tend to favor.
I tap my lips and I go, does that make you... Are you a necromancer or are you just a priest?
And he just he chuckles again, and he says, "No, I don't have a ounce of magic in my body. Besides, necromancy around here, with the state of the undead and everything, wouldn't exactly keep you alive very long."
The state of the undead? Yeah, where is all this undead coming from? We passed some, I think. When we came out the tomb, it was like a swarm, flock, thingy, real mean.
Sounds like you fell into some entanglement with some strigas.
Sure, we'll call them that.
And no one,
Little rats with wings.
but curious, where could you be from that you don't know what is happening? Is there a place out there that is safe from all of this that we don't know about?
I wouldn't necessarily say that it was safe. I mean, we were looking into this weird rot thingy that was spreading across where we were from when we went into the tomb. And again, I'm not really sure where we are or when, because the maps are all weird. So, I'm not sure if the tomb teleported us or not. Therefore, I wouldn't know how to get you back, because I don't know how to get back. But safe from what?
You really don't know anything?
Not a clue. Only what our friend over there has told us, and our friend over there has lived a quite sheltered life.
Roll a persuasion check. Or persuasion, yeah.
$17.
Okay. He believes you. He scratches his head. He goes, "Huh. I guess it's not the most crazy thing to happen. We did witness the sun go dark nearly 500 years ago."
Oh my god.
I blink. I am sorry. 500? You haven't seen the sun in 500 years?
Well, I've never seen it in my life. I wish I'd been alive for 500 years. Actually, you know what? No, I don't. Thinking about it, my bones would hurt too much. But I do wish I could have seen it.
I'm assuming. Are we sitting like at a table? Because I assume I'm sitting on the table and he's on a chair. That way I can be eye level.
You guys tell me. Yeah, he's in a chair at the next to the table. Whether he is like under the table or not, I will leave to you guys. I would assume he just pulled it out and sat down right away, so he's probably to the left of the table or to the right, depending on where the chair was.
I crawl to wherever Alice is and I go, 500 years, write that in your journal. And then I run back over to him.
And he just says, "Wow, you really don't know anything."
No. No, I don't. Hence the tavern.
I was going.
Uh-huh.
I just want to
What's
point
up,
out
Alice?
Alice is kind of just standing over. She was gonna start writing stuff in her journal, but she's still kind of awestruck at the 500 years part. So she's just holding her pen over her journal.
And he looks at Cleo and he says, is that why I feel something strange for me that I haven't felt in years? And he says, those symbols, they're ancient. By chance, can you do any magic? And that's directed at you, Cleo.
I heal my friends.
The power of healing, you say. The symbol of Utu. That can't be. Utu abandoned us. Yet you have Utu's power?
I crawl up Cleo's shoulder and I'm like, what? Have you never seen a cleric before?
We have not had a cleric in hundreds of years.
I blink, look at Alice. Hundreds of years. Write that down in your journal.
Is like looking at him, is his face more of shock or is it more like he's very wary?
A bit of both. Mainly shock.
Okay.
But he is definitely weary. But he's definitely is just more shocked by evidence of Utu's power still being around.
Okay.
Can I
And
Cecil
use
says-
perception to see if he's not a fan of Utu?
you can use insight.
Insight? Okay.
That's kind of what I wanted to do, was basically see how basically if he was
19!
you
Hey.
got it.
So you can see it's a feeling you didn't expect from him. He's trying to hide it. You were expecting anger or disgust, but he's actually scared.
Okay, so I'm still on Cleo's shoulders and I'm like patting the top of her head, kind of like I do Penny, you know? And I'm like, Cleo here's great. She's so sweet. Just trying to put him at ease.
And
Cecil only realizes just now that it was healing, and then the entire time he thought it was just some sort of light show.
So what he does next is he asks if you can demonstrate your magic and if he can bring a sick refugee for you to heal.
I wonder if this
question?
is a good idea.
Um,
DM
I
question.
look over at Lily too
And I
and
kind of look
says,
around the room.
All right, one DM question real quick.
If he brings on somebody sick, cure wounds wouldn't work, right? She'd have to do lesser restoration.
yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Alice?
Me?
So did someone say something? I thought I heard something in the mic.
I didn't say anything.
Lesser restoration versus cure wounds.
Cure
Let me
wounds
double-
cures wounds, scratches, and all that, but lesser restoration cures illness and ailments.
illness. Yeah.
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 Which is
So,
a tier.
that's-
Lesser restoration is a tier 2. There's a level 2 spell.
So yeah. So sorry, I see what you're asking now. So they're asking for you, Cleo, so you can actually answer the question correctly because you have cure wounds. So they're making sure. Sorry, I should have done this myself. Good catch. Cure Wounds does not heal sickness or ailments, so it's up to you if you want to try and lie to him or not and fake it, but you cannot heal illnesses, I believe, with your current skill
Wait,
set.
But could
so
she?
I can't use. I have here spell slots, the first spell slots and second spell slots.
Yeah, let me check for you.
So does the second spell slots just I can't use them at all, or
Oh,
No, no, no.
Oh,
Do you
she does
have?
have lesser
Okay,
restoration.
yeah. I was asking if you had lesser restoration.
Yeah, she has
Lesser
2
rest-
second level spell slots.
Okay,
Lesser
okay, okay.
Restoration is a second level spell. Does she not have it prepared? Hold on, let me check her spell list.
She has it.
I was like, I mean, even then, she could prepare it right now because we're technically in rest. Like we're talking to this homie,
Yeah.
but we're
On the character, on your available character actions, it only has your prepared spells.
She does
So-
have Lesser Restoration prepared.
but duration is instantaneous, so it's just like it doesn't need like. I would need to touch the person though.
Yeah.
that's-
So he's asking if he can bring a sick person to you, and you can heal them as proof that you have power. And they were just
I want the-
asking to make sure you used the correct spell and that you could do it
yes.
if you wanted to.
Yes,
Unpause.
Alice is gonna have a concerned look on her face.
Yeah, but like it's concerned, but it's like one part it's like a moral and then moral obligation kind of, and then also kind of like to make us seem less
Suspicion.
suspicious. But on the other hand, if they figure out that it's real, either they're gonna abuse it or they're gonna try to kill her since they're scared of Utu and they say that Utu abandoned them. So it's like conflicting.
Cecil was just gonna look at Lily
Welcome
too and be
to-
like, maybe we can argue for some wine if we do so.
Welcome to the moral ambiguity of having to make choices.
I wink at Cecil. I like the way you think, big guy.
Let's see here.
I am going to
So
be.
you
I'm
are
going
neutral good, Mimi, so your character could make the decision either way.
That's not what you wanted to hear.
I want to go. That is really not what she wanted to hear. I'm going to go up to Xander and ask, if she were to heal him, what would you do with that information? And what would this?
He says, I would just like to confirm that I am not being lied to, because if this is the case, we need to keep your powers secret, and we need to take you to the commander of this installation, because this could potentially change things.
Pre-rolled insight.
Okay, he's being honest, or at least good intentioned.
What would the commander do? Because you see, Cleo here, I'm quite attached.
I don't know. Commander's a good man. I don't think, if you're worried about your friend's safety, I definitely would not be. Your friend is in more danger walking around here with those symbols on her than visiting someone like the commander.
For the sake of the group, Cleo takes off the necklace with the symbol and puts it in a pocket away.
It's on your. I'm assuming it's on your armor too.
That's
It could
up
be
to
one or
Cleo.
either, right? It's like
Yeah,
it can
yeah.
be whatever. I thought just a necklace, like
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
I'm just going to look at Cleo and wait for her response and let her make the decision. But I'm going to basically kind of just slight nod my head.
Will my friends be allowed to get the sustenance and alcohol that they desire?
He
I
just
pet Cleo again.
he just
I'm gonna sigh.
chuckles and he says, "Oh, you guys are not prisoners here, regardless of your answer. Even if this is just a precaution we take, my job is to come here, make sure you're not a threat, and to make sure you're safe to walk around. We will give you special day passes. You just have to be back, basically, by the end of what looks like day here. We don't allow refugees out at night for safety reasons. This is a military installation, so it was designed, rebuilt, streamlined for military use. But we do allow free access during the day to the entertainment district, which has taverns, a market, and stuff like that. And then eventually, if you have skills or a space opens up, we can send you to one of the bigger cities around here and help you get started a life or integrated safely there. He says there are so few of us left, it would be stupid to cause you any harm.
I glance around the room and then
I shrug and I go, I'm not gonna drink until they leave, so I'll make sure you're okay. And I pat her head.
all right, I will heal the human.
Okay, he says, excellent. If you pardon me, I will find a trustworthy soul. And he quickly exits the house and starts walking down the street towards one of the other buildings. You guys gonna wait for him to come back patiently?
Yeah, he said I can get alcohol later, so I'll wait.
Okay, he returns with a sick baby.
Oh
He
my god.
says, I am responsible for administering cures. I know how to cure this baby without magic, but I have brought this baby to be cured. So if you cure her, no one will know that it was a miracle or anything of that nature. And I will return it to the parents and tell them that I gave it my normal medicine. So, do you want to cast Restore? Was it Lesser Restoration on it?
Lesser restoration.
I gently put my paw on the baby's head, like the top of its head, not the face.
Mhm.
Is it a
Do,
human?
do I would assume human.
Humanoid.
It is a humanoid. I will let you decide what the humanoid is.
Okay, I'm gonna assume it's a human. I just kind of put my hands together and to the side of my face as Cleo's doing this. I go, oh, human babies are so cute.
Do I click
So-
on lesser restoration and just
You don't have to use a spell slot for this. This is an outside action, so you would just take a long rest anyway. So,
But she still needs to roll, right?
no. So
Okay.
this is like, I don't know the correct term for it. I'm sure there is one, but basically this is so you put your hands on it and your hands start to glow, and basically the baby kind of looks like it falls into a gentle sleep, and the priest's eyes are just wide, and he basically lifts up its arm and is looking for any signs of a rash, and he doesn't see one. And he just stares at you for a second, and then you can tell he's shaking a little bit, and then he promptly takes the baby back to its parents.
I sit back
He
down.
return. Okay. He returns, and he says, "Huh, you really are." He says, "Follow me," and he starts walking towards the gate.
Alrighty
So what do
then.
you do?
I'm still on Cleo's shoulder, so
We follow.
I high five Lily too and says, "Booze."
booze.
Oh.
Okay, so as you're following him, he takes you out, and you are going back the way you came, and then you go up, and you realize, excuse me, sorry, you are approaching a large circular building. And around this building in this circle, you can see a forge, barracks, some cook fires. So it looks like this is where the head of the military. Looks like where the soldiers sleep, kind of where all the official business happens. And so you go into the main building in the center of this circle, and he briefly walks up to a big wooden door. And he knocks swiftly, and he says, "Sir, you have to see this." And he waits, and the door opens. And as the door opens, you see, let me make sure I get this right, a tiefling set down at a table, and you see a half-orc standing up, pointing at something on the table, and it looks like they were in deep discussion, and they turn and look in shock because they weren't expecting the door to be open, because the priest just threw it open, and you guys are thrown into the room. What do you do?
Would the
Can
tiefling
we-
know that I'm from the hills?
Possibly.
Would
I mean, I would assume-
know what type of tiefling it is?
I don't think that there's anything that your character has that would necessarily let you know.
I'm from the hills.
Yeah,
I mean, what's your knowledge of the hells? Like, do you have all your memory from the hells? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't want to go back there.
okay. You would just know that it's a green tiefling, and it most likely is of abyssal descent.
Can I walk up to it, tapping my lips, like again, just tapping the lower lip, looking at it, and I snap my fingers and I go, "Abyssal."
And he picks you up, and he lifts you above his head, and he spins, and he goes, "I love this little piece of shit."
Oh, okay. I'm just getting swung around. I'm like, all
And he
right.
sets you
Okay.
down laughing, and he says, "Hello, sister."
Hello.
Okay.
Is there not many of us around here anymore?
He says, "Nah."
That's tragic. I definitely don't want to go back home. And I climb up on the table. And then I'm like, hello, as I sit down. Lily too. And I put my hand out.
And he says, "Nice to meet you, Lilitu. I am Aranis."
Ooh,
And
very
you
hellish
can
name.
see-
I like it.
You can see the commander is used to dealing with this bullshit. He has his arms crossed, and he just has a "I'm tired of this shit" look on his face.
I kind of lean back on my
Wait,
hands and go,
who's the-
yes, there's two of us now. And then I go, these are my friends.
Is Commander the half-orc?
Yes.
Okay. As we walk up, are we able to see what they were pointing at on the board?
You can
People.
see that it's just a map, and it has outposts labeled and with red X's on them.
I want to try.
So it looks.
I want to
Sorry,
try to
what's
make
up?
Sorry, I want to try to make a mental note of the map and try to just study it a little bit.
Yeah.
And
So
as she does that, I'm like,
they-
okay, so this is Alice. This is Cleo. This is Cecil, Sir Posh, son of Mr. Posh. And we're lost. Nice to meet you.
and
I shoot Lily to a scorning glance and then shoot the commander condolencing glance.
So Aranis just looks at you and in a gentle voice he says, "And how did you get here?" And then you hear the commander in the background talking to Xander. He says, "What is this?"
So we're talking to the tiefling.
Yes, and Xander. You hear Xander in the background, quietly explaining everything to the half orc.
Well, it was the damnedest of thing, brother. We went into a tomb when it was green and came out when it was no longer green. And I must say your timeline sucks. Because apparently that was 500 years ago that we went inside. So, you know. And your priesty friend brought us here for our cat to meet your commander.
He just laughs and he says, "No shit. Sounds like a good story."
Oh, you know I'm gonna make music about this one. Oh, I'm a bard, by the way.
Oh, I would say, and he says, "Oh, musically talented. Well, I'm sure that we're all about to get an earful from the commander soon. But if you ever need a job, you should come to my district over in the entertainment district, and I'll help you find a good position to play music."
Oh, sounds like a plan. I'm also assuming there's booze in this entertainment district of yours.
Why, of course. How else would it be fun?
I smile over at Cecil. See, Sir Posh.
And then
I give her a thumbs up.
the half orc walks over with heavy footsteps, and he says, "Are you done yet?" In a gruff voice.
Oh, okay, boss. It's a boss. And I climb up to Aunt Cleo's shoulders again. Take it away, Alice.
And he looks at all of you and he says, "If what Xander here tells me is true, then you might be a blessing in disguise. He says you came from the waste? Tell me, what were you doing out in the waste?" He says you were discovering a ruin. What path did you take to get here?
I am going to walk towards Commander and give him the map. And then point towards the ruin. This is where we came out from.
He said, "So you had to pass by what is this? Outpost 3? What? We don't number our outpost. What is this that you passed? Did it have men stationed there?"
Oh, heavens, no. There's a bunch of rotted everything and explosions and a weird Oh, so sorry. Go ahead, Alice.
I am going to pull out my journal because I made notes on everything that we came across, and I wrote my conclusions down. And so I'm going to give him my journal and go to the page of where it was at and tell him it was the next several pages.
Okay. He sits down silently and starts reading. And while he's reading, the tiefling looks over and he snaps his finger, and a bottle of vodka all of a sudden shows up on the table, and he gives you a wink.
I clap my hands, I grab it, and I run over to Cecil. And I was like, and I hand it to him.
Cecil exclaims, "Thank the gods." And then takes the first sip, savoring as it's going down, and then hands it back to
Yeah.
Lily too.
Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. Go ahead. Continue if you have more to add.
No, that's it.
So as this is happening, all of a sudden, the half orc stands up abruptly, his chair falling over, and he says, "God damn it, this confirms everything and makes too much sense." And ow, sorry, cat just scratched me. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Yeah. He stands up, he walks over and draws an X on another outpost, and then he looks at us. Sorry, I'm getting attacked by a cat. I was talking for someone else. He looks at you guys, and he says, and he looks at the priest and he goes, "Close the door." And the priest walks over and closes the door. And he looks at the 4 of you, and he goes, "This doesn't leave this room, and I may need your help." What do you do?
I'm whispering to Cleo.
I'm gonna ask him what's coming from underground.
He's going to say, we have no idea. We have been tracking the movements of a vampire lord conquering the waste in the undead forest. We thought he was going to have it all conquered by the end of, I would say about 200 years ago, maybe slightly longer. It's hard to tell the timeline. Information's so hard to keep track of. But he's been waging his war since the day the sun fell, from what we know. But he has been brought to a stalemate by an unknown enemy. We don't know who or even what, but we have been happy to let them duke it out and build up our power to defend ourselves. This is not like a vampire attack. This must be the enemy he's been fighting. The real question is, what are they planning? He says, we must have a spy in our midst because they have hit every single early warning outpost. And until you brought this journal to me, I had no idea how.
Oh my god.
I did whispers with Cleo and then just sadly, kind of like begrudgingly walk back over to Cecil, hand him the bottle and tap his hand as if to say, all yours, and walk back over to Cleo.
Okay.
I handed
Just
you
looks at
the
the
Pat her
bottle.
head gently.
Slightly not even drunk, and I'm like, my drinking buddy.
And then he kind of sits down across from you guys and he says, I know it may seem strange that what I'm about to ask you and why I would trust you, but if what the good priest here says is true, 3 of you aren't even from this world, this plane, this time. I don't know. I don't really care. I think you guys can help us stop something bad from happening. And as for that strange man over there, he seems innocent enough.
I'm sorry. Cat knocked over a food bowl and freaked out.
We all
You're
got
good.
cats here. Well, except for Song. Poor Song. We need to get Song a cat.
What? Sorry, so... can I get a recap of
Yes, you need a recap of what he just said?
last minute? Yeah.
Yeah, so he basically sat across from you guys and said, I know it may seem strange for what I'm about to ask you guys to do, especially since it seems we just met, but if what the good priest here says is true and I have no reason to doubt him, then 3 of you aren't even from this world, which automatically makes you more trustworthy than every person in it. That guy over there, he seems innocent enough. And if what they say is true about her, and he points his finger at Cleo, then that's all the reason I can trust as well. We need some hope.
I'm on Cleo's shoulders again, and I'm kicking, swinging my feet, and I go, well, I'm not opposed to helping, but have you ever heard of the reliquaries by chance?
He just looks at you. He says, no. And he looks over at the tiefling and the priest, who is just kind of standing there with his hands clasped. The priest shakes his head, and the tiefling, Aranis, he has a smirk on his face, and he says, I may have heard a story or two. No one's heard of them in over 500 years. We assume they all died.
500? Great, they signed my paychecks. Well, Alice, I don't really know of any magic that would get us back to our timeline, so I think we're just kind of SOL and stuck here.
The orc leans forward. He says, I know you have no reason to trust us, especially this strange timeline, but what I can offer is a free ticket to the last bastion that we have in this world. that may have some information about your reliquaries, as it's the only place left that has a library, and it is in the business of hoarding knowledge.
I'm gonna perk up as soon as he said library.
I think that's the most color I've ever seen in Alice's cheeks.
What is it that you want us to do?
He says, I need you to find the spy. He says the only way that they would know where to tunnel in and how is if someone has given them some sort of information about all of these outposts. I need to find the spy. I need them alive. I need to know if we are in danger here. This information you've brought me has already potentially saved many lives, because now we will be looking for signs of tunnels. But I would say it's a pretty safe assumption that, considering they hit all of our early warning outposts, that we are sometime in the next few months or days even due for an attack. We are the last warning system for the city I was just telling you about.
Is there?
So protect this
there
place,
you
protect
said
library?
Yep.
Yes.
There was no indication who the vampire lord was fighting, what their type of creature they were.
None that we have been able to deduce.
And I'm gonna point back to the journal and refer him to that. What we found, and I didn't show the others, but the pit of devoured corpses that were there. If there was any type of idea of what that could be that would create a pit like that for waste, that he would know of.
We do not know, but I think we can all agree this indicates a high level of intelligence. They were trying to fake a siege and hide evidence of bodies. I do not know any other undead off the top of my head as cunning as that.
I'm still kicking my feet.
Are we
I'm
sure
also...
it's
Go ahead.
What was that, Alice?
Are we sure it's undead?
He says, I have no idea. If it's not undead and it can fight in the waste and go toe to toe with our mysterious vampire friend, it's not undead, that's scary enough.
Can I do like a history check to see if anything that we knew back in our timeline would be prevalent or helpful?
Yeah.
I would like to do the same as well, if that's fine.
Okay, go ahead. I gotta hit jump to present, sorry.
Oh, nat 20 for Alice.
Yeah, now I gotta think a little harder about this.
If you want, I can make it worse. Oh, you know what? I can make it worse for you. I'm going to use my my knowledge of a past life and add a d6 to it.
I think with the nat 20, you don't necessarily have to, but you're welcome to. Ooh, yes, I got it. Especially with that juicy ass roll. All right. So, oh yeah, for sure.
This one that I know.
Alice, you're thinking hard about the past few days, and something hasn't felt quite right with you, even in your meditative states when you've chosen to take them. Something's been nagging you at the back of your head. You've felt the magic that was used to turn the undead waste into the undead waste. You felt that powerful magic emanating across the land, and you recognize it. It's something you felt only once in your life, and it was at your creation.
Oh, shit.
And that is what you recall with your history.
And that's of what happened to the land?
That the magic is potentially, it's the same magic you've felt before, and you've only felt it one other time.
Now, these guys, they don't know that Alice is a construct, right? It's not... that's not clear.
No.
Alice just looks like a human, correct? Like a
Oh,
human
Correct.
girl.
So
Very
I
good.
will help explain that a little bit better, Alice. You feel that the magic that did this was the same power and the same type of magic used to create you.
Well, necromancy, or rather,
Like the artificial soul. Question mark?
I'm just figuring out how to word it.
I might be able to help you. So, how Alice was created, especially the lore of this universe, one is a very, very, I think it's in her backstory, very, very frowned upon dark form of magic, thought impossible, and it happened as a part of someone out of desperation touched magic that no one should touch, which is why they paid the price, all three of them, and made Alice.
Somebody try to create artificial life.
Yes.
Basically. And that's the same magic that was spread across the world.
Yes, same dark energy, same dark feeling. So you know that whatever happened to the world is magical, and it must have had a great cost because you had a great cost when you were created.
Something like creating a god. Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself.
Oh, good.
I'm going to keep that information to myself because technically I'm a construct, but I'm also kind of undead. I would not be good for that information to be known right now. I don't think. I know Lilith knows, and I don't know if Cleo knows.
Okay, yeah, that is perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Because
and
you
even
just did a
Lilith
history check
is
to see.
has not been sharing that information.
Lilith would know because we're both very unique, even with the reliquary. So and we would have been there at the same time that we were in the reliquaries because of our uniqueness. So we would have known about each other's unique qualities. As
Yeah,
for
the
Cleo,
reliquaries collected us.
know. Yes.
I will say, are you from the Nine Hells? Are you from the Abyss?
Me?
Lilitu? Yeah.
I'm from the Nine Hells. That was unclear. We looked into Ashbournes. They can either be from the Nine Hells or the Abyss, but I believe I'm from the Hells.
Okay, so with your history check, everything you've seen, everything you've felt, all the stuff you know about the reliquaries, nothing indicates anything about the Nine Hells.
Okay. So I'm swinging my feet. Well, and I look at the other tiefling. This definitely doesn't have the Hells all on it, so I guess the vampire thing makes sense.
Okay, and he just looks at you all, and he says, he places a bag of gold on the table, or a bag of coins on the table. He says, before I ask you to dig in, or you can start your investigation there, drinks are on me for the night, and he tosses you the bag and gives you all permanent passes, basically.
I clap my hands and I look at Cleo. Can I drink now?
And
Go
what do you
ahead.
guys do?
I somersault
Sorry.
off of Cleo, run over to Cecil and snag the bottle and take a swig.
Cecil does like a little fist pump
I'm just gonna side my
like
head. And
as he turned around.
I want to look back at the map. Can I kind of see the pattern of where the attacks were coming from and like the direction they were moving and where the first and last ones were?
So he sees you trying to look, and he's like, "Oh, we don't have all of them marked yet, but I can already tell you what's going to happen. It's obvious. You said you guys, when you found, according to your journal, everything evidence was that this had happened 1 to 2 days before you arrived there.
What was the timing between the attacks on the things, or the attacks on the stations, outposts?
So he's asking you if the outpost you had visited, if the dead and stuff and everything that had happened was within the last 1 to 2 days.
It was. I would have written because it was. I think when we were there, I had written in my journal. They seemed to have happened recently within the past day or two.
Yeah, so he's asking a clarifying question because he read it very quickly.
And then it
In
took
his
us 3 to 5 days to get there.
Yeah.
Here.
So he's saying
So I rub
a week.
the vodka off my lips and I go, "It's been like a week."
He said, from what reports we have not received any signal fires indicating danger, but we have also not received updates from outposts that need updates and need supply list. And the ones we've investigated, the ones you see on this line here that are marked with an X, were all attacked by our estimation around the same time. I will almost put money and the safety of this town on the idea that all of these outposts were hit at the same time, and we need to figure out if there's a spy in our midst very quickly,
Okay.
because if there is, we need to get them gone, and I'm going to need someone to inform what's left of civilization that something big is coming, because this would be an army like we have not seen before. But I
Something
cannot
big in
risk.
underground tunnels.
Yeah. And he says, but I cannot risk the spy finding out and warning them that we know how they're attacking and that they plan a bigger attack.
Are there any underground passageways in this fortress?
He says, currently, so he says, there weren't at any of the other places. Our theory with what you gave us now and it being the cellar, it's a place we've never checked. We can't afford the men to check, but I'm going to assume it's a similar pattern. I'm going to take that risk, and I'm going to keep an eye out on any underground structures around here, because that would be the only place you could get in without being seen.
The spy would know where these underground structures are.
Correct. This is an old city. It's been rebuilt on multiple times. As far as we know, there's no underground tunnels, but hell, for all I know, there's underground catacombs.
Who would manage the underground catacombs?
He said, I don't even know if there are or not. There's nothing in our blueprints or anything. I'm just saying, at this rate, anything's possible.
I put my elbows on the table and my chin in my hand, and I say, "So, would the best place to look for a spy be at the barracks?"
No, you won't get any information. Outsiders having permission to walk around military installation, no. But, and then the tiefling leans over and cuts him off, and he goes, but you know where soldiers talk the most and like to hang out the most? And he gives you a wink.
I clap my hands. Oh, wonderful.
I take a glance over as well.
I look over at
My eyes
Cecil and I
slightly
wink and I say,
twinkle,
"You're about
and
to have
then-
a wonderful time."
Slight nod.
Okay. And the commander stands up. He holds out his hand, and he says, I'm Rogar. Come back immediately as soon as you find the spy. If you can bring them in alive, that is more than acceptable. But if you just find out who they are, I'll get them.
All right, I walk up to the tiefling and I grab his hand and I say, "Show me the way, brother."
All right. He picks you up and puts you on his shoulders and walks out the door. So Lilitu's out the door on the tiefling's shoulders. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna request blueprints of the city, if there are any, of the layout of the city. Because if it's going to be attacked from the underground, they're gonna target primary facilities first. So that
Okay,
would
so
be the best
slowly,
place to look for
or
underground locations, and then look for information on who would have those, who would know where those underground locations are.
He hands you, or he says, "This is a very simple installation designed from the ground up. We actually don't keep that information around because it's simple enough." And he says, "I can draw something up if you need it, but no, there's only 5 major locations here, and they're divided into districts. We have the refugee district, which is well guarded off and walled off. We have the entertainment district, which is the taverns and the market. And then we have the temples. And other than that, we have the docks that we use to transport food back and forth between us and the other city. That's it. That's all there is to it."
The temples were they built with this installation, or were they already here?
They were already here, but restored.
That's the best place to look for catacombs.
He says, "All right, good luck. I don't know if there are any, but if there are, please let me know because that's an issue."
Okay, then my plan is to investigate the catacombs. I don't particularly need sleep, so I am going to start. It is the middle of the nighttime for them, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That
But,
is the best
yeah.
time to search without being interrupted.
So, are you going to the temple district, or are you following the rest
I
of the
am
crew to drink?
going to the temple district because I don't drink. Yes.
Okay. So,
And Al and Lily too would be much better at gathering information anyways.
okay, as that's happening, so as Lilitu and the other two go out the front door and go to
Wait, is
head
Cleo
towards
coming
the
with?
entertainment district. I assume Cleo's going with. Are you going with Cleo?
Um, Leo assumes that Lilitu will be able to take care of herself with the kin with them, and she doesn't drink or is talkative, so she follows Alice.
Okay.
There goes the stealth
So,
mission.
what's up?
There goes the stealth mission.
Well, the tabaxis are very stealthy.
But no, but yeah,
You got your clunky armor.
I don't think there's penalties in D&D for that.
Anymore?
Well, I don't think she has heavy. I think she has medium.
Yeah, I think she has light or medium.
Because I don't remember what she has. Hold on, let me look up.
would it
of
automatically give
traveler's
you the merit
clothes.
for it?
She
If
has
you have heavy,
chain
you
shirt.
do. Yeah. Heavy armor reduces your stealth ability, but medium and light is fine.
I mean, I would assume once we got to that like apartment area, I would have taken that off, right? Because
Oh, that's up to you.
If you do, it reduces your armor class. So if you do end up
Yes.
running into anything, you'll be squishier. But even
Does
then,
she have
I don't
heavy
think
armor?
I don't think medium.
Yeah, medium doesn't do anything.
It's only heavy.
Yeah, it's
And
only
even if it does, oh well, we'll just know next time.
that's fine.
But you said she has a chainmail? That's medium, no?
Pretty sure.
chain shirt.
She's
Yeah.
chainmail, same thing.
Yeah, because leather
But,
is light.
Yeah, so that. Yeah,
Leather's light.
I think she's fine.
Yeah, she should
She's
be
fine.
fine. And tethered is the
Yeah, it's like
medium,
plate
but
armor that's
yeah.
heavy.
Yeah, she's fine.
Well, actually, yeah, Cleo's got a -1 in Dex. Actually,
That's
yeah, she's
funny.
fine.
That is
Yeah, but
funny.
why though? Like, wouldn't she like be like because it says
Because you're a cleric. Clerics are
You're
trash.
You're
It
very
says
clumsy.
feline agility. Your reflexes and agility allow you to move like faster or something.
I mean, with how your dex is, you would kind of just be moving at a regular. It's
All
fine. It
right.
is what it is. It's just silly. It's just silly stuff.
I was like, Alice
So
isn't
you're going with
technically dexterous
Alice.
either, so as long as you don't have the penalty, you guys are pretty much the same. I think I'm the most dexterous.
I actually have
So
more dex than Cleo does.
So Leo. So Lilitu and Cecil are going to the entertainment district to drink and party,
And
and
gather
Alice
information.
and Cleo are going to the temple district to ask questions and poke around for
Oh,
any
we're not asking
information
questions.
about
We're just poking around.
underground.
We're
Okay.
investigating. We're by this point everyone's asleep and we can investigate without priests interrupting us and getting in our way.
Okay. So we will go to Lilitu and Cecil first because they left first.
Definitely real quick the one thing.
And so you guys enter the tavern and sit down.
Can we take a break?
Oh, yeah, we can take a quick break. If we need to end the session, we can also end the session as well. If you need a long term break.
No, just I gotta pee.
Yeah. Yeah, we can take a pee break. I'll just leave the screen up and everything.
Sounds good. Maybe back.
Are we taking a little break? I'm gonna assume yes. Are we taking a little break? I stepped away real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The new cat still spooks me with noises and seeing what she's doing. I think it's I went to clean it or wipe it down yesterday. I was like, I think it's a boy. I'm not sure. We'll go to the vet tomorrow to find out. But you know, they still spook me with noises when they do something. I always have to. I hear something from the bathroom. I'm like, what is that? And I go and check it.
But yeah, how is everyone feeling pacing wise? Because this is a good spot to pause and pick back up.
I
Next
want to
session.
keep going.
Eve, I knew your answer.
They're not here. They both stepped away.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm here. I'm just.
Oh, you're
Go ahead.
here. When would we play again? Would it be in 2 weeks or would it be? I don't know when you guys are going.
Yeah, we'd like to know that too. Especially with everything that's recently gone on. We'll have more answers on when we're going on the 13th.
Okay.
But even then, because of the
I mean,
format, like we can play. We're taking laptops, so I won't be
yeah.
able to stream, but
I
you
mean,
will be able to stream.
if we do the one in 2 weeks, it's gonna be a little wonky.
Cause the trip.
Because the minis will be here. Yes, we will both be playing from my PC, so it'd be wonky. It shouldn't be too bad. Just having set it up stream-wise to stream my POV.
Yeah, we can keep playing tonight if you guys want. We got started a little late, so we're still, I think, around the 3.5 hour mark.
I would
So
love to keep going, but it's up
we
to
can.
how Mimi and Song are feeling. Because I know Amanda would like to keep going too. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm good. I took a nap between my 2 sessions.
So. Normally, though, we'll get started on time. So, what's up?
I assume that after we're done with the town was when we're gonna stop.
This could be quite
Yes.
a while. This could last sessions, like 3-4
Now,
sessions.
this town's not that big.
Yeah, I know, but it also depends on how we do situations and how long we gotta go. Because it's the first session, and we're at 4 hours right now of just stream time, not even including the hour of prep work we did beforehand.
Yeah.
Sessions can go a while.
That's what I was saying. This one, I tried to time all the sessions to be about 4 hours, so we were an hour late. So we can wrap this one up tonight if we want, or.
But it is fully up to you two. I would love to keep going, and then we just have to schedule when we want to play again. If it's next week or 2 weeks out, and we try to figure the 2 weeks out. The only one that we wouldn't be able to do is 3 weeks out, because me and the Mimis have to get up early to go get her to the airport. But that's about it.
I mean, I'm free on weekends pretty much. It's just the weekdays because of the job search.
Mm-hmm. Unless we want to make this weekly. Ooh.
The real question, Song, do you want to wrap up tonight for another hour or so, or do you want to call it?
No, I'm good to go for however long.
Okay,
Cool.
just making sure.
Yeah, I just don't want you guys to get burnt out for a session. That's why I ask.
Yeah, we've also taken a couple of breaks. We got started an hour behind, so it feels like we've been playing longer than we have.
I know it was a little rough at the beginning, but you guys are kind of taking good pace now at it. That's why I'm.
This will probably be another like learning curve doing the split party.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Cleo's just staring into my soul from my screen.
We're actually anywhere in the restroom real quick, and then oh my god, got it.
You still good, Mimi? Not burnt out?
Yeah,
Okay, it's okay if we're tired.
I'm always tired.
Alrighty. So, let us go.
I think Eve went to the bathroom, or
Oh, that's awkward timing. I just heard her talking. Thank you. Good catch.
it is almost midnight, so like my writing has gone down a lot. Like most of what happened in that, like, commander's office, where Alice and the commander was, Alice and Rogar were like discussing something. I zoned out.
I didn't even write anything down. My intelligence at 9. I would forget it anyways.
I just write down key things, that happen. So, for example, session 1, like Sturges in the Overworld? Question mark. And then the quote from on the wall: "Master, your theory is correct. They are coming through the ground." Written in script on a collapsed tunnel. And then Refugee Town. And then Xander the Priest, and then Rogar the Commander. Just key names and stuff like that.
Yeah, I traditionally would write down names, except for I'm playing a character that would never remember their names nor call them by their names, so I'm not purposefully. So that's why I'd be
Alice,
calling them like the
Alice
priest or the
actively,
commander.
Alice actively journals everything and keeps notes on everything.
Okay. So everyone good?
See.
Okay.
I'm good.
So we'll go to Lilitu and Cecil at the tavern. You guys got set down at a VIP booth near the kind of in the center where you can kind of hear and see everything. And the tiefling gave you a good bottle of wine and walked out of the room.
Wonderful.
What do you guys do?
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is take a look at the room and just kind of figure out who all is here, because I'm assuming it's a mixed bag of citizens and soldiers and things like that.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I pour the wine out for both of us.
Okay. So you see a lot of what you assume would be soldierly types. Most of them are obviously not in their armor, but you see the attire they're in is commonly worn under armor. They all have similar boots, that kind of thing, and you see mixed in with a few skinnier, hungry-looking people for some of them. Just slightly worse in health, but there's dancing, there's cards being played, there's gambling. It's a good mix of species and people just trying to find happiness in a world of darkness.
Okay.
I hand Lily to one of the glasses and say, "Here's to our first drink as companions."
I click the glass. Here, and I drink with him. Sorry, I'm trying to look something up.
If you want, while you look something up, I can switch to the other two temporarily.
Nope, I
I
found
could
it.
say some flavor text.
So, I'm trying to think of what's the best way to get information. So I kind of tap my finger at Cecil, and I'm like, "You're a warrior type, right?"
I may have trained under a certain instructor, yes. While sniffing the wine or enjoying the aroma after such a long time.
And I tap again, and I look around the room, and I'm like, who do you think would have like the most information?
I guess that would be a perception check, right?
Yeah.
For it to roll one.
And can I help
Because
with
then
it?
Go
be
ahead and roll one. Yeah, so just roll with advantage.
How do I roll with advantage for this one?
You right click it and roll with advantage.
Check advantage. Okay.
You gotta. All right. So you're looking for a soldier that will give you the most information, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Cecil, being the son of a noble, and having had some fun at many taverns and around his bar, notices a drunk guy at one of the gambling tables having a lot of fun, and looks like he is very happy when he wins a hand of poker. And he is down a little bit on money right now, so he's pouting a little bit.
Okay.
So I take a learning that or observing that. I turn over to Lily too. Hey, check out the soldier over there by the poker table.
And I look over.
Seems like he could use a little persuasion of the cha-ching kind, if you know what I mean.
I tapped my lips and I was like, well, then let's get some cha-ching. And I climb up on the table, and can I do a performance? And say something along the lines after the performance being like, ale is welcome and gold pieces even more so.
Yeah, roll a performance check.
Can I join her with my...
Okay, so yes. So both of you roll a performance check.
Oh no.
Damn.
Okay, so Lilitu, describe what you're wanting to do.
So I get up on the table and I start playing my fiddle. And you just hear me go, can't you see he's a man? Let you hear you applause. He is more than a man. He's a shiny golden god. And I point towards Cecil.
And Cecil, you go to get up on the table and start singing. And as you do, you slip and you fall, and a couple of gold coins that the commander gave you to buy alcohol fall out of your pocket onto the table. And as you do this, that catches the eye of the soldier in the corner that's down on his luck. And he walks over to you and he's like, "You like poker, son?"
I shrug and look at Cecil and I said,
Well-
it worked all the same. And I grab him around the neck and I go, of course he does.
And I look at her and say, I do.
All right. He takes you over to the table. Lilitu, do you want to try and join him, or do you want to just stand there and, like, perform?
Nope, I go with him.
Okay. So while that's happening, let's go ahead and flip over to Cleo and Alice real quick. So you guys are walking towards the temple district, and as you're walking, you were expecting it to be kind of in a lull and dead, but as it turns out, it seems soldiers at all hours come and go to the temples, make their various offerings, and strangely enough, you notice that even though you were told you weren't allowed at night, it looks like there are some people from the refugee camps that are allowed to go to the temple district. They do typically have, it looks like they typically travel in groups, and they have at least one or two guards with them. Let me describe the temple district for you real quick. So at the temple district, there is, if you remember the image I sent, you can pull it up if you need to, of the pantheon of I forget what they call it, but basically it's a 6-pointed star. And that is how the temples are laid out, except the one that would typically be for Utu, the Radiant, is gone. Looks like it was burned to the ground. The one for Mu has fallen into a severe state of disrepair and looks very unsafe, and no one attends that. The one for Uru is still standing. It is falling in disrepair, and very few patrons go to it. And for Kuku, Oog, and Boru, they all have a fair amount of patrons go into each one. And you notice that the priest that you met earlier is walking into the temple of Boru. Or Buru, sorry.
That would be Xander.
Yes.
So it is active through here. Is there anything is the temple where the temple district is not an actual temple, correct? It's mostly it's basically outside for the most part.
So the temple district is inside the wall, and
Okay.
it is arranged in a circle. And in that circle, the buildings are positioned to make that six-pointed star.
How big are the buildings?
So the temples are big enough. It depends on how the typical people choose to worship their patron, but they're all, especially because this is a streamlined military installation, they don't have much seating. They are more for offering, but you do notice that the temple of Buru is a bit bigger than the others for some reason.
Is there any sort of indication of there was graves or mass graves or anything like that around any of the temples?
Nope.
Okay.
All you see around the temples is acolytes going around talking to people or cleaning up the sides, like in what passes for a yard in this world. So
I'm going to go. Well, we know where Xander is. Xander would be able to have information for us. I am going to head towards the Temple of Buru to go find Xander.
okay, I assume
and I don't
Cleo
know.
is just tagging along with you. Cleo, if you ever want to do something else or want to try to observe something, just let me know.
If you want
Cleo
to go,
looks over at the burnt down church of Utu with displeasure.
Okay, you said you looked at it or you walk over to it.
I was thinking about walking over to it, but I don't know.
Okay, so Cleo looks over.
I kind of just stand outside as Alice walks into Guru.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. That is currently what is happening. Alice, what do you do as you walk in the temple?
Xander wasn't in that room with us when the door got closed, correct? Or was he?
He was.
Okay.
So from what you can tell from that room is that the commander only trusts those other two, but those other two also seem to be the equivalent of, I guess,
District leaders.
Yeah.
Okay. The commander's the leader of the military district, which would be the barracks and stuff like that. And then you got the temple leader, which would be Xander. And then you have or I guess the temple and refugee leader would be Xander, I would assume. And then you have the entertainment leader, which would be Tim, the
Tiefling. And based on the way they were deferring to the commander, you can assume he is the one with ultimate authority.
Okay. How is the temple laid out? You said it's a little bit bigger.
Yes,
what can I tell from looking inside? Is it inside smaller, or is it inside bigger than the others? But just glancing at how big the buildings were.
Yeah, so the other temples are basic square temples, open on all sides, and there's an altering location where you can step up, kneel, burn something, and kind of pray in typical fashion. All altars are slightly different. Some may not actually burn anything. Some may take different offerings, but it's the same kind of concept. At Boru, there's that same thing, but it's a bit smaller. And you notice that kind of at the back on each side, there's what looks like two boxes, essentially. A decent distance away from each other, and you can feel the faint presence of magic on each box.
I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, so
and move towards these boxes.
School doesn't matter as much here, so I'm just going to tell you this spell because I don't feel like looking it up. But essentially, the boxes have a spell cast on them that prevents anyone from the outside hearing, so it's a silent spell. Only those inside it can hear.
Do I see doors?
Yes. At the front is just two doors, two basic wooden doors.
Okay, they're what's it called? They're confessionals.
Yes.
Okay. I should have known that. I
After
should have asked that.
staring,
Mhm.
Is
after
it, can I
staring
just
at
open?
the ashes for a while, I walk over. As I'm walking, I pull out my necklace and then just kind of kneel down and pray for a bit before I join Alice.
Okay. So you're praying in front of your your god's temple, or just like the temple?
The burnt down Utu temple.
Okay.
Um,
Some people give you looks, but they don't care. It's your business. So that is what you are currently doing. I will let you know if there are any updates on that, and if you want to do anything else, please feel free to let me know.
mhm.
Yeah, when I'm done, I will go join Alice.
Okay.
Alice is
So,
looking for Xander.
so do you want to look around a bit more, or do you just kind of want to wait and see?
Do you? I kind. I want to look. I thought that was basically me looking around. I didn't know if there's anything else. So I do. You want me to roll?
I didn't know if you were looking for something. So, like, if you're looking for something, like if you just want to look around, that's typically me
I
kind of describing a room. If you want to look for something in particular, I can
I
have
want to
you
look
do an
for
investigation check.
any type of indication if there was something patched over, or because it's the temple is. I'm assuming the ground of the temple is stone or some
Yes.
kind of concrete, almost. And then it's open on all sides, and then outside the temple on open all sides is all stone as well. Correct, or is it like dirt?
So you have the brick road, or the cobblestone road, sorry, and then the stone steps, the stone floors, and then outside where there used to be gardens and stuff, is some ground, because now they basically farm mushrooms outside and try to feed the refugees with like mushroom soup and stuff.
Okay. I am gonna go. Is there any type the ground inside the temple and stuff like that? There's nothing of indication of where something might have been patched over or something like that.
Um, roll an investigation check. Yeah, scroll
18.
down. Nope, no evidence. And while this is happening, Cleo, while you're outside praying in front of your temple, you get something you can't describe. You don't know if it's a small voice or a feeling, but something in your gut is telling you to walk into the ashes of your temple, of your patron. What do you do?
It's funny because I was going to ask if I was able to like communicate with. I do as it says. I walk into the ashes.
Okay, as you're walking into the ashes and kind of the rubble, you are following this urge or this voice in your head. You're not sure which at this point. And as you're going, you stop. And as you kind of come out of the trance, you realize you're standing on something that doesn't belong. It's got a somewhat metal feel to it, and it feels like it was added and eventually covered up. What do you do?
Is it like covered up by sand or ashes? Can I
So
just
do
pick it up?
do an investigation check. Big check. So
Ooh.
you can tell looking at it. Part of the reason why it's so odd is it's not as covered by debris as it should, but also you're noticing a disturbing lacking amount of snow. There should be much more snow based on the amount of snow you see everywhere else. This means something or someone has been here recently, and as you bend down and run your fingers on it, you realize there's small cracks and you find a handle or a latch. And what do you do?
At this point, do I know, like, would I be able to find? I don't think I know. I don't think you can tell me that if I would be able to find Alice quickly or not.
Feel free to. So the Temple District is relatively close. It's within walking distance. She's in Buru. I don't know. I keep saying it wrong. I think I might be dumb. But so you are only one temple away. So you could definitely go find her.
No, yeah, but my brain like zoned out for us a bit, so I don't know if she's like exploring somewhere in the temple or if she's like in
So-
one of the.
From your
Temple-
character's perspective, she told you she was going to go check out the temple. You don't know what she's done since she's been inside
Yeah.
the temple. So
Yeah, that's why. That's what I might think.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
So,
I'm
if
basically
you're-
just standing in the temple at this point.
Yeah, your character
But-
doesn't know that, but if your character would go and get Alice, then your character would do that. It's entirely what you think your character would do. There is no wrong answer.
I mean, yeah, I would probably go get Alice because she's the like investigative type, and this looks like an underground tunnel kind of situation or something because there's a latch that you can probably open because the handle. So I kind of deduced that, I guess, and to go find Alice.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. So, would you like to describe running into the temple and telling Alice, or do you just want to say you did that and Alice followed you? How do you guys want to roleplay this? I'll stop asking these questions in the future. I just want to get.
It's fine.
people
I want to
comfortable,
see.
so-
I wanted to see how Cleo come and gets me, and that's going to determine how I act.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I won't ask in the future. I just want to make sure what everyone's comfortable with.
I take big strides over to into the temple so that it's like I'm not running to like arouse suspicion or anything, just like big strides. And I get Alice, and I explain to Alice that while I was praying, I saw something in the ashes that looks like it has a handle, and there's less snow there, so it looks disturbed. And I ask her to come with me to see what, because it looks like something underground.
Do I see Xander?
No, he has disappeared since he went into the tunnel. So now that you know that those
Tunnel.
are confessional
Temple?
boxes, what
Tunnel or temple?
temple? Sorry,
Okay.
since he disappeared into the temple, and you haven't seen him, and there's really no place he could go because the confessionals are at the wall, and you haven't seen any indication of a tunnel or a secret door. That he's probably taking confessional, and you don't know how long he will be there.
Is there another priest nearby?
Not that you have seen the whole time you've been standing there. So either the priest is in the other confessional, or Xander is the only one working tonight.
Alice is gonna click her tongue, and she's gonna go with Cleo to the tunnel.
All right. So you guys get to what Cleo found. You find the handle, and what do you guys do?
I am going to open it.
All right. You open it, and you guys see a ladder going down. What do you do?
Down we go. I start going down.
Do you follow
Most-
Cleo?
I'll glance around to make sure no one saw us and then follow her.
All right. So Cleo closes the door behind her, I assume, to avoid suspicion.
Yeah.
And we will go back to Cecil and Lilitu.
In the middle
All
of me
right,
eating my
so
cookie.
so Cecil, you have just sat down to play a bit of poker, and Lilitu is eating next to you. It sounds like, or on your shoulder. Not quite
On her
sure
shoulder.
the situation here, but what would you like to do?
Hmm.
So, I'm gonna announce at the table. I don't know how to play. I'm just gonna have him teach me if that's okay. And can I do? Do I need to do persuasion?
Go ahead and roll.
Fuck.
They look at you. They're a little suspicious, but they're like, Cecil puts down a couple of gold pieces on the table and they just say, sure. But they are a little suspicious of you. So they will be keeping an eye on you as the game goes.
So I'm eating whatever tavern food is kind of nearby. And sitting kind of on
Just-
Cecil's knee at this point. Just
Okay.
watching.
All right. So
I guess as we're starting and playing, I go, "So, my good man, what do you do around here? We only just arrived."
he says, oh, just a garrison, man. I'm just doing my rotation. Normally, just a bit of guard duty. I usually, although this time was a bit different, I usually guard the refugees, which I did this time. And you can see he's like thinking hard because he's super inebriated, so he's kind of stumbling on himself. And he's like, but it was weird this time. There's been some strange occurrences. I've been through this town quite a lot. We rotate quite often, and I've been hearing these strange rumors that I'm confused by.
Oh, and I like lean forward and refill his cup with whatever ale pitcher's nearby. What kind of weird rumors?
I signal to one of the barkeeper, whoever's around that's working to get more rounds going.
So the barkeep delivers more alcohol, and he happily takes everything you guys have given him, and he's like, "Oh, you guys are so great. I needed this after my day." What was the question again?
You were saying something about some weird rumors or something.
And he says, "I'll tell you what. Bet big this hand, and I'll give you some. I'll answer that question."
I look over at Cecil and I tap his knee and I'm like, okay, big boy. And I sit down.
I just throw down whatever is half of whatever's left of the coins that were given to us.
Oh god.
Okay. His eyes go wide, and he's like, huh, I think you and I can be real good friends. So, apparently, I don't know how concerned we should be. I don't want to instill panic, but rumor is there's a couple of refugees that have come down with a strange illness. And they've been behaving very oddly. They've started to lose their complexion and become a bit pale and ghastly. And some say they've been disappearing in the dead of night. But I don't know how they would leave. They can't leave after night. I guess the only place they could go would be the temples. I hear some people can go to those.
I look at Lily too. and then
Mhm.
under my breath say zombies, and then I would assume that Lily Two corrects me and says no vampires.
And the guy says, "What? Vampires? They don't come here, man. What are you talking about?"
I mean, it's just the pale and the like the never-ending night stuff. It's just quite weird. Lines up with the lore. This one here though,
They're
he's
bad.
he's been sheltered, so he's picking up and learning about all of these beings. I've been teaching him as we go. As a bard. I'm like his little bard.
It's good that he has you as a friend. Because vampires are scary, but there's no way there's any here.
And I
Well,
go here, and then pour more drink.
He says, "Oh, you guys are great."
So what's it like working here? And I assume like does the hand play out as we're playing?
It's
Or as we're
paused
talking?
right now because the last two hands are you two. I say you two, and that would be Cecil and him. But everyone kind of heard the mention of, not everyone in the room, but the people at the table heard him kind of mention the refugees and mention vampires. So, and they also saw Cecil put the bag on the table. So they're kind of like okay with the game being paused because they're just waiting to see how it kind of plays out.
Can I don't know if it would be perception or insight to see if anybody like kind of reacted to what the guard was saying.
Um, I don't think we can go wrong either way. You aren't targeting a specific person, but I guess it could work for a room of people. I think do a perception check.
Okay. I mean, mine are both +5, so yikes, but
You don't perceive anything immediately. But I will say, if you can give me a good reason to give another perception check, say you get him to talk about something related that might cause a reaction, I will let you do another check.
okay. So I look at him. I'm like, so you say you don't have vampires here, but like vampires are pretty freaking common.
Yeah, they used to be really bad, and we thought we were all gonna die. But then something happened, and they stopped attacking us as much. Someone said they all started dying. I hope so.
And then would I know what kills a vampire?
Technically, yes. You would know stories. You would know basic vampire lore that no one has ever confirmed, but the typical lore that is associated with vampires, if that makes sense. So typical stake to the heart, like classic vampire lore. Like, because that's all reliquaries have. Vampires are typically from the Underdark, and there's not much information that the reliquaries have about vampires themselves.
Okay. So I'm like, die. Don't you have to like stake them through the heart or something? And when I say that, can I like look around the room and see again if anybody like reacts?
Yeah, you can do another perception check. So, as you're looking around, you see someone kind of standing back at the back of the kind of room. Kind of like looks like he's trying to shy away from the light. You see a slight head move, like there was a chuckle.
Is he looking over towards us at all?
It looks like he's trying hard not to. If that makes sense. He is leaning against the wall, trying to act like he's not paying attention.
Okay. And can I see what he looks like?
Not currently, no.
Okay. Does the guard answer the whole stake in the heart thing?
He says, "I don't know, man. I don't know anyone that's ever killed one."
I purse my lips a little bit and I go, "Who's that?" in a whisper. And I kind of like nudge towards the homie at the wall.
And The guard is in his inebriated state, throws back his arm in an over-exaggerated gesture and looks in his direction, and he goes, "Who?"
I kind of just like deep sigh, and I'm like, the guy against the wall. You want to come play?
And the drunk guy goes, he starts pointing, "She talking to you? Or you? Or you?"
I deep sigh again, and so I get up and I walk over to the dude that's against the wall. And assuming the game is still paused, so I'm gonna walk up towards him, and my little small self is gonna try to like peek under his cap and go, "Hello."
While that's all happening,
Mhm.
do I notice is everyone's attention on her?
Yes. Now they're all, especially because that dude made a big scene.
Okay. Can I do a sleight of hand or this check to like get a better hand for the poker game?
I'll give you give me a roll.
Oh no.
I
This kind-
whispered beforehand.
What?
I sent the DM a whisper that I was gonna aid.
So they're all looking, and you could swap out the cards, but you notice that everyone is really focused. So instead of, I guess, okay, let me rephrase this. You slowly lift up his card. Wait, did you roll a perception?
I didn't roll anything yet. That was
Oh, okay.
that was because you didn't tell me what to roll. You just
Oh,
said
sorry,
to
sorry.
roll.
Sleight of hand, sorry. My apologies. There you go.
Oh my
Perfect.
God.
Even better. So you really want to go sleight of hand, but you know that guy was very confident, so you're afraid if you swap hands that he will notice potentially, and you don't want him to be drunk and angry. So instead, what you do is you leave a couple of coins in the bottom of the bag, just like 2 or 3, and you just put a bread-shaped object or some sort of object in the coin bag and scoop the rest in your pocket without anyone noticing.
Okay, so I just swapped out the money. Okay.
Yeah, because you have experience playing poker with a lot of drunks, and if someone's that confident they're gonna win, even if you're not cheating, 9 times out of 10 you'll get accused of cheating, and then it turns
Mhm.
into some sort of fight.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to do, and then I look over to Lily too, and then wink.
And I
okay,
look back up at the stranger, and I'm like rocking on my heels, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Lilith."
and he just stands there for a second, and then he just turns and walks out.
Hey, wait! And I start like chasing after him and making hand motions for Cecil to come with me.
All right.
I think
As you
I would probably say,
Mhm.
well, looks like my friend wants to leave, so I'll fold here.
And that drunk guy goes, "Okay, man, you were gonna lose anyway." And he reaches for the bag, but by the time he's reaching for the bag, he just grabs it by the top and sets it down. So all he hears is the jingle, and he's too drunk to even think about checking the money bag. So
And then take a swig on my way out
okay,
before chasing.
Oh, I still have a whole bottle. Let's go.
so you follow those two out. Or sorry, those two that you two follow him out to the alley. And what do you do?
Can I try to like persuade him to just like just stop and talk to me?
Yeah, roll a persuasion check.
Win,
Uh,
my darling. That didn't affect anything, but please move.
So he kind of tries to keep ignoring you and keeps walking.
Okay, can I try intimidation and be like, I saw you react?
Yeah.
Fucking shit, damn.
He keeps walking.
Okay, can I try a deception and be like, I could probably help you kill vampires or whatever it is?
Yes. There you go. he
Jesus.
he turns and he said, "What'd you say about killing vampires?"
Like I could like maybe like I don't know, help you if you taught me how. But you do seem like you reacted when there was a mention of killing vampires. And can I do an investigation to or insight? Actually, I'd prefer insight to see if maybe he is one.
I will say I'll let you do an insight roll to see how he feels about the mention of vampires, if that makes sense,
Yes.
and his reaction.
Fuck me sideways. Those two nat 20s are now coming back to haunt me.
He is neutral. He doesn't seem to indicate, but you do have his attention.
Because, I'm trying to learn about vampires for my buddy here because he doesn't know a whole lot. And we've heard the mention of them twice since we've gotten here. And you seem to have, reacted to them. So any information would be nice.
He says, "Why would I give you any information?"
Because I asked nicely. And I guess maybe we could pay you or something.
He said, "I don't give a shit. I do care about some money, though."
Can I do a persuasion stating it's for the good of the people and on the noble name for needing to quell whatever darkness there is?
Yeah. Oh. So
I look over at
you
Cecil
are-
with my eyes really big and I'm like, well, I'm keeping this one.
You're welcome to flavor text that however you want, or we can go with what you said for, or I can add some flavor text for you.
Listen, my good man.
I'm listening.
Considering how the state of affairs in our fair land is, I swear upon my name, Cecil Alabaster, first son of Noble House Alabaster. We'll need to figure out the dad's name. Anyways, that's we mean no harm. We only want to do what is right.
He says, "I don't give a shit where you're from. You think you can kill a vampire?"
I put my hands on my hips.
Oh, most definitely.
And I'm like, especially if you tell us
What do we look like
how.
to you?
He said, he walks up to you. He says, "I don't know how. I've heard rumors, and I'm trying to save someone." He says, my brother has become forced to work for a vampire and cannot escape."
DM question.
Yeah.
Assumingly I know about thralls, correct?
So vampire thralls don't actually exist in D&D like they do in traditional vampire lore.
I swore they do, but okay. Because I know
There's
we can
vampire
talk about that later.
familiars, on the other hand.
Well, I know of a specific vampire that can create thralls. So I thought thralls were a thing, but okay.
There are thralls. Vampire familiars, at least in 5.5e, have basically replaced thralls.
But humanoids can be familiars?
Yes.
Okay, so familiars are thralls, how I understand them.
Yeah, that's okay for your understanding. Yes. They
Okay.
are slightly in worse situations and don't quite have the benefits that thralls used to.
Okay, would I know that?
I don't know how much vampire lore the reliquaries would have. Again, you would probably be thinking classic vampire thrall.
Right? Like I would probably say thrall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And drink from their blood 3 times, all of that stuff.
Okay. So I gasp and I put my hands over my mouth and I'm like, he's not a thrall, is he?
And he just says, I don't know what it is. He's getting sicker every day. I can't find anyone that can cure him. All I know is he keeps hanging around and going places with that damn priest, and it keeps getting worse.
Um, which
Priest?
priest?
The old fucker.
Uh-huh. Um, the white hair, kind of balding. The guy that like works with the commander. That one?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Um, so we have a couple
I look at Lily.
friends that might possibly be with him. I think we have a problem here. You want to come with us?
No.
Might be able to help your brother. Because we have somebody that was able to heal someone the priest wasn't able to heal.
I glance at her with like concern because that's supposed to be a secret.
Roll persuasion. Lilith, you.
Fucking shit!
Nice.
He says, I don't know. I don't believe you. But are you serious about hunting this priest down?
Put my hands on my hips. Hey, look, if he really is doing some bad shit, I'm so serious.
He says, okay, I'll show you. I've been telling him I'll show you where he normally goes.
Okay, do I need to can I do insight to make sure like he's being truthful?
Yeah, you can do insight real quick.
Oh, there's the good
You
roll.
can
Okay.
tell he loves his brother very much and only wants to help him, and that he's being truthful. All right, so I assume you guys are going to tell this very gruff man.
I'm gonna kind of look at Cecil and whisper, he's telling the truth about his brother, but I really can't tell how he feels about the priest yet.
I take a look at her and then whisper, "We should have seen it coming, considering he said Buru."
Oh, that's true, huh? He did say that. Well, shit. And I climb up onto Cecil's shoulder and I go, we probably need to make it towards the temples. So if he's not going towards the temples, we might need to cut and change where we're going.
Sounds like you guys have a plan, so we will go back to Alice and Cleo as they have descended into the darkness, and they both have night vision. Dark vision. I don't know why I said night vision, like it's a freaking COD game.
With these upgrades, they never stood a chance.
Right? So you guys climb down the ladder, and you guys are in a simple circular room with what looks like some sort of coffin in the middle of the room.
Yes.
And there are two small pools on either side of the coffin that look like they are filled with blood. What do you do?
Well, I've got a hammering stake.
Can I smell if it's actually blood or not just by a scent, just off?
Yes.
It's blood. It's blood.
Yes,
So
you
we've
smell it.
got. Alice is gonna sigh and just put her hand through her nape of her between her eyes and just if they're gonna hide anything, the best place to do it would be the temple that nobody goes to. And that means so their planned entrance is through the temple area. And the most common visitors to the temple area would be the refugees or the priests. So I'm thinking our spy is probably a priest, because the refugees wouldn't have the knowledge about the city that they need, or the outpost. And the only priest that would probably know anything would be the one. Is it just? Is there any pathways leading from the coffin?
Nope. It looks like just the coffin and then straight to the ladder. And it looks like the underside of the door is some sort of locking mechanism, and that activates a magic sigil.
Do I recognize? Do I see the sigil?
If you look, I assume you looked up when you climbed down, and if you would have looked up, you would have saw it. Like I assume, like you went down the ladder backwards, so you were kind of looking up and down.
Yeah. So would I have seen it then? Would I know what it is?
You don't know exactly what it is. You can't exactly read it because again, it's kind of a magic you don't recognize. But from your strong magic knowledge, you do recognize it's some sort of alarm sigil or some sort of trap. And it's completed when the bolt is put in place.
I wish I had known that going down.
I mean, if you want to retcon something, you can. It's not necessarily dangerous.
Like bolt is like the lock or just closing the lid. Yeah, so it's
like
fine.
A lock.
Well, if somebody locks it while we're down here, then we have a hole.
It locks from the inside.
Locks from the inside? Okay, not from the outside.
Yeah, think classic vampire lore. So like they're vulnerable when they sleep. So it's a form of protection, basically.
Okay. Well,
So it's awake and roaming because the door was the latch was unlocked.
Tibble, the blood, the coffin. The coffin's probably gonna have a sigil on it too.
Oh my goodness, Huele. Thank you so much for the
so
You're playing
likely there's
Baldur's
nothing in the coffin.
Gate. I love Baldur's Gate. Well, welcome in, Huele. Welcome in, Raiders.
Can I open the coffin?
If you are
We're
you asking that in character or out of
Dungeons and Dragons. I am muted, so I can talk to you guys.
So I'm like asking if I don't know. Like, are we able to open the coffin, or is it just like?
If you go to try to open the coffin, Alice is going to stop you because if there was a sigil on the lock on getting out, there would be another trap alarm sigil on the coffin as well.
Sorry, I'm not being super talkative. I'm trying not to talk over them. Just for members that are watching.
Look for sense.
But I'll give you the rundown really quick for those that are new.
This is a small room, so I assume Cleo's gonna just take a small walk around the coffin.
And then Eve, who's also a streamer,
you don't smell anything but blood and just wood from the coffin.
She's a construct.
Just a basic wooden coffin.
Alice.
So there's no like.
She is a wizard focused on necromancy.
What's it called?
Song doesn't have a picture for his character yet, but he's playing Cecil.
He is a noble-born
soldier,
like a
fighter. Soldier's the background, but fighter.
Sort of, but not really. Just kind of like what is
Mimi
it called? Like, it's not exclusive.
A Tabaxi cleric life domain named Cleo. All of us are streamers.
We can move on. I don't know the word. My brain. Languages are hard. I have my brain is like in 6 different languages. I can't.
All good.
DM does not stream. DM's the only one that doesn't stream
or anything like that.
But this is session 1 of Endless Night. We are currently
roll an investigation check.
We are currently in a town. Actually, I can show you on our little map. We are currently in.
Nope, nothing on the coffin or in the room. Looks like it's bare.
Trying to figure out
minimal as possible.
There is no more sun, no more day. Lilith, Alice, and Cleo are from 500 years before this timeline. We did a one-shot.
The blood is
coming
fresh.
Out of our one-shot, from the tomb of our one-shot, we found that we had been.
It's you don't know. It's
time jumped into this time. Cecil is from this
time. I don't know how there could be magic involved.
We met him on the road on our way to figure out where and when.
It's relatively fresh. Yes.
Is it like steam coming off? Is it warm or is it just?
In Igdar, we were put
I don't know. It was
into
like
the
fresh, like
refugee
something
camp.
was just bled out or
Lilitu
something
and
like that.
Cecil
That's
went to
mine.
the
You said it was
tavern to
magic,
get
so
some
it wouldn't
information.
matter.
We found some
I'm sorry, I
information.
was thinking in my head.
Alice and
You would have
Cleo
noticed
are in the
magic.
temple
So,
and tombs, and it sounds like we're fucking with some vampires.
I would say it's warm. You can tell
Okay.
it's warm.
So it's fresh. Okay.
This is one of 2 campaigns that I'm in, and a third one that I am getting spun
Alice
up,
is kind
but
of just
the
going to
third one I will
start
not be
talking
streaming
to herself,
because there
just
is
thinking
a
about
minor playing. So
ideas of where it could come from.
my parents are not keen on my
Um,
little brother being streamed.
The best, easiest way to get blood here would be from non-track refugees. Soldiers are bringing their refugees here. It could be a soldier. It could be a priest.
All the information on
This
the
priest would know the
campaigns
temple
are put
district
in
and they're
my
here all the
Discord
time.
under
Um,
TTRPG,
bes-
and I think
Alice is going to start
everyone should have
heavily
access to that.
suspecting
Yeah.
Xander. Due to his, because it's possibly that the spies could be a vampire. Given that, even though when we talked about it with the commander, that the vampire was a threat and they didn't think it was the vampire, it was the other one, but it could possibly be the vampire still. Or any connection to
If
vampires
you
is
have any
still a
questions,
concern.
please let me know.
And this is obviously a vampire's den, or resting place, or feeding place, or something like that.
And Hoeli, if you need to raid and run, by all
So it's
means,
some way
please get
connected to the
rest.
temple district.
I don't know how long you were playing, but
Okay.
Baldur's Gate is addictive, and I
Would
know I do
Alice
very
like to
long
do
play
anything?
sessions.
Go back up and investigate more, or sit and wait?
Alice is going to. I don't think I can kill a vampire. That's the issue. Or even stop one. Not right now.
Oh, I think I still have it pinned. All of our D&D, the backstory to the campaign, the world, and the Patreons of the world should
So would
still
you like to go
be
back
pinned,
up
I
and try to hide
believe.
your evidence of visiting?
There's not really much evidence of us visiting at all, so it would just be. I think it's best if we head back up and start.
Oh, shit. I might still
Alice
have
is
it.
going to suggest to Cleo that we leave and come back with assistance or the manpower to deal with a vampire to Cleo.
All right, Cleo.
Yeah,
What do you...
please.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
I just said she agrees. I agree.
Okay. So you guys climb up the
Okay.
ladder, I assume, and then close the lid or the door. I don't know if it would technically be a lid, but
Is there any way
And-
to?
Latch.
No. I want
Oh, and then
Cleo to
myself
try
and
to
Eve, who is playing
put back
Alice,
the debris
we
as
have
it was when she found it.
experience playing D&D.
Cleo does her best.
Song and Mimi, who is Cecil and
As
Cleo,
you guys
are completely
are
new. This is their first time.
walking out of the ruins, you guys have noticed that for some reason it's dead quiet and there are no more patrons, it seems, at the temples. And standing at the top of the stairs to the temple of Boru is the old priest.
Xander?
Yes.
I was right.
So he slowly starts walking down the steps and he says, bringing yourself here for me to kill you instead of having to find a way to do it in your sleep. I appreciate that.
I don't like quiet. What do you mean, Crystal? Bro, I knew it.
So let me do this real quick. And so now he's just going to approach you from the stairs. Come. Come on. Place. Why aren't you placing?
Oh, he might be in tactical mode.
I'm gonna fight this thing.
Oh, he's finna be in tactical mode.
All right. So Alice, token, Cleo, token. All right.
My own
So-
notes, hee hee.
He gets to attack first.
Oh, of course.
So.
Oh my god, I'm
let's
not
lay-
last.
So he's going to lunge at Cleo.
DM,
And he
I don't know
is
if it's
Can I
because we're
try
not in.
dodging?
We can't see his. I can't see his token.
I
Okay.
can only see my own token.
Yeah, I can only see
Yeah.
Alice and Cleo.
Hang on one sec.
There he is.
Was it just delayed?
Yeah, he just popped in.
Okay,
I
everyone
only
see it now.
I only see me, Cleo, and Xander. And
Yeah,
I
I can see the
accidentally moved
token.
my token because I thought it was broken.
Well, that's. Wait, who else is there? It's Alice, Cleo, and Xander, right? That's it.
It's all of us.
Do
No.
you guys see
No,
it?
Lilith. Like,
No.
me and Cecil aren't with you guys.
Yeah, I
Oh.
didn't put. They're not
Oh,
on.
it's
They're
us?
not.
Oh, I moved myself then on accident. Okay.
Can you see Xander now?
I see
Yeah.
that.
All right. So he's going to
We are actually not using Foundry. We are
jump
using
at
Alchemy
Cleo
RPG.
with his claws and scratch her
Can I
across
try
the
dodging?
chest for 8 damage.
I'll zoom in for you guys.
No, unfortunately not.
You rolled too high.
Do
Why
you
is
have?
Cecile and
They look
Lulu
similar?
are on the
Yeah, they are
encounter
pretty
list.
similar. I've actually been really enjoying Alchemy.
Yeah,
I've
they're not here currently.
only used Foundry
so
a little bit.
we
Alchemy
aren't gonna worry
is
about them.
free.
Okay.
It's got some really cool built-in stream stuff. So, for
Okay.
example, the
am
music that we're
so-
listening to is copyright free. safe for
Cleo, it is
streams,
now
stuff
your
like that.
turn. You have taken 8 points of damage.
We're still learning as we go, but they also have a lot of tabletop games in here. So, like, you can do D&D and port in D&D Beyond sheets. You can do, like, there's a Fallout one, Vampire the Masquerade, Pathfinder. There's tons in Alchemy RPG.
What would you like
So,
to do?
I'm using the app. There is a browser.
How many actions do we have? One,
that you can
right?
use as well.
One.
Yeah, so you get
action
one,
bonus.
and I don't think you have a bonus action, surprisingly. So, clerics usually do. I'm surprised that you don't have one, actually.
Ah. Also, so sorry for the yawns. I know stream says I've been live for 3.5 hours, but my stream actually crashed. We've been playing for
Cast Sacred Flame
5.5.
at him.
Okay. A dex save of 13. Let me check that.
He's gonna beat it.
Play. Skills.
I've been here for 5.5 hours. Oof.
Dex. 6
You've
damage.
been
All
here-
right.
Yeah. I went live about
So-
5:30. You've been here for 5.5 hours.
You cast. How do you want to cast Sacred Flame and hit him with it? Do you want it to be like fire from your hand? Do you want it to be like sun rays? Like, you know what I mean? Like golden fire? Describe your spell attack here and where you hit him.
Flame-like radiance ascends on the creature.
Okay. So do you like shoot it from your hand? Kind of like, or from your
You're not supposed to look at the top.
holy
I know.
relic?
I will be right back in 1 second.
We've also taken 2
You just-
breaks.
I cast it and it just appears like and rains on him above him.
10 minutes of
All right,
downtime.
cool. Sounds awesome to me. So you see that tags him up, slows him down a bit, and then when Alice gets back, we will have her go.
DM question.
Yeah.
Since me and Cecil are making our way to the temple, would we by chance make it here during this combat?
Yes, you're going to make it here during this combat.
Okay, cool. Cool.
The town is relatively close, so I'm going to have them play 1 round of combat and then allow you guys to join in.
Sorry.
All good.
Okay. Is it?
It is your turn.
Okay. It is the vampire. I am going to. Alice is going to click her tongue, and she is going to back up about 10 feet, 15 feet, about 20 feet actually, and she's going to yell at Cleo. It's undead radiant damage or radiant attacks, and she is going to cast Witch Bolt at Xander.
Good chunk of damage.
I forgot how Witch Bolt works. Give me 1 second.
I believe
Back
Witch
when-
Bolt is a concentration. You can keep dealing that damage.
Yeah, it is. I just don't remember the damage it does initially changes depending on their how much health they have. On target, target takes 2d12 damage. On subsequent turns, you can roll bonus action, do 1d12 damage. Target automatically, even if the first attack missed. Wait, is it not? Hold on.
Why did it roll 3d12?
Maybe she cast it at level 2.
No, I only cast it at level 1. Oh, because it
I'll just-
automatically ate my bonus action.
You can redo your bonus action if you want. I'll just take the 2 8s.
Wait, did it? On a range shell, on hit, take 2d12 lightning damage. On each of your subsequent turns, you can take a bonus action, do 1d12 lightning damage automatically. I wasn't going to use my bonus action for anything else anyway, so it's fine, but
So 22 is correct?
22 is fine, yes.
All right, just wanted to make sure. I just want to make sure you didn't get robbed in action or anything.
No, you're good. 22 hit, though?
Yeah, that hits. 22. Crazy.
And I have...
So
okay, you gave me the concentration circle, okay. Did you?
this, I don't think it exists in this game, but
Does it
just
not?
remember you have concentration.
I swear it
Okay.
did. We did that once on accident.
We did. We did put circles on it, did we not? Oh, token rings, yes we did.
Huh, did we? I forgot all about that.
We'll do green for concentration. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, it didn't work. Did it work?
You have
No,
like
it
a little
I
green
think it-
thing in the corner, but I don't see this circle.
That's weird. I turned on it's being weird. We're not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, we know you're concentrating.
Oh,
Okay.
there it is.
Oh, there
it
it
just took a
is.
second.
Well, now it's back to the circle. I
It's-
don't want.
yeah,
I'm not gonna talk about it.
And you're green. You're green, though. Okay, so as Cecil and Lilitu, as you are running towards the Temple District. Oh, sorry. Actually, I'm doing this in the wrong order. Alice, describe how your attack hits Xander, because you got a pretty big roll with Witch Bolt. So give us that flavor text.
As Alice is going to quickly basically hop backwards a few times, and she's going to lightning is going to basically form around her arm, and she's gonna throw it, and it's gonna form a lightning connection between Xander and Alice, like Emperor Constantine or
Palpatine.
Emperor Palpatine style, just like holding him there, and it's just she's gonna keep her arm up and just constantly be shocking him with lightning.
Okay, awesome. So, Lilitu and Cecil, as you're running towards the temples at as fast as you can go to try and catch Xander, you see a light, a golden light, which you have recognized as Cleo's power, come down from the sky and strike something. And then, as you're getting closer and closer, you see a bright strike of, is it blue lightning?
It'll be what color am I on? Be green.
Green lightning strike something, and then you see a constant, steady stream of it, and you guys basically run into the Temple District.
Can I run with stealth?
Yeah, you can come in with stealth.
I was like, and I can roll if you need me to, but yeah, I would like to come in with
No,
stealth.
he's currently distracted, so I assume Cecil's just running in, to be honest.
I mean, I think he's probably
Damn
pretty
straight.
pissed at me right now.
So
Most enemies tend to get pretty pissed at me, so
There are no thoughts in that man's head.
Yeah, so
So-
I'll let Cecil run wherever he wants to run, and I'll like kind of like come over here.
all right, go ahead and feel free to place your token, Cecil, wherever you want, and then we will let you attack next. So, because I assume Lilith will probably
Is it
gonna
liquid
go
courage
last.
that is making Cecil get that close?
It's highly possible. He's feeling good.
I said no thoughts in this man's head. He just think pointy toothpick. Stab, stab.
All right, hit us with that attack or that action.
Yeah, so wait, so we're coming from this side?
Yes.
Okay, so probably more like this then.
Okay, wherever he's
So it's
going,
just like
I'm gonna like try to like pivot so like I'm not seen within the line of sight. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I put you after Cecil because I assume you're going to be sneaking, so you're going to be slower.
Yeah.
it was like just a question of left side, right side,
Yeah.
underneath.
Where
or
I
we
put
coming
you,
from
you're
south?
coming from the
Yeah,
left
that's-
side. Yeah, you're
Okay,
good.
so left side. So probably you're like right here. No thoughts in head. I just have rapier out. Just run in and stab. Just
All right.
as if I'm using it like as if I was jousting.
All right. Hit
Is
us with
there
that,
any
attack roll.
chance
What's
that
up?
before we split, I could have cast heroism on him?
While you're running, you could have definitely cast it. I will allow it for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast heroism on him. A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery until the spell ends. The creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from its spell.
Okay, so
It is not
give
a
us the-
concentration as well.
Okay, what's his temporary hit points?
I shall slap the roll. Wait a minute. How I would like to cast this? Okay, it just says
it's not. It's
it
not in
says
this.
okay. Temporary hit points
It's
equal to your
based on-
spell casting ability. Where would
Yeah.
that be? I think my spell casting ability is based off my charisma.
Creatures immune to be frightened. Okay, temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting.
Alright,
Yeah, so
I
that would be
will-
your charisma. Yes,
So +3
at the start of each of its turns.
at the start
So
of
he
each of his
gets
turns.
3 extra hit points. I will keep track of that for you.
Is there no way to add them via this?
There is. We can go through that process now if you want, or we can handle that next time and save some time. It's entirely up to you.
Might as well save some time then, since it's
Okay.
gonna be temporary anyways, like really
Yeah.
quickly. I'm probably
So-
gonna get hit by a certain someone. So
Alright.
Yeah, if you guys weren't gonna be here, there's a certain thing gonna be happening next round. And you kind of messed that up.
So
yeah, well, he drunk as a skunk and no thoughts.
he's been touched with heroic bravery. So to answer your question, Cleo, that's the reason why.
Yeah, I was like, he's got heroism.
So go ahead, swing that rapier attack for us.
Once again, I want to see if there's anything else that I could do, because then I think I could do action surge as well, right? Afterwards.
Yes, correct. Yep.
Yeah. Let's
Use the
do
strength
strength.
one, by the way. Yeah.
What's the dex one? Then what's the difference?
So let me double check your class real quick. You should be a fighter. No, use your dex one actually. You have higher dex.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you get more damage. Dang. Yeah, so describe how you run in and hit him with your sword.
Literally just out in both hands on it, just straight across, just running. That's it.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
All right. So Do you run and like slap him with it, or do you like stab him with it? You're a little confused and pull back.
Yeah, it's just stab him with it and then yank it back and go like just stumble a little bit, and then while I'm stumbling, hit it with another slice or just slash at him again because of action surge.
Yep, go for it.
That makes sense.
So you were so shocked the first one hit him, when you pulled it out, you got too excited to hit him again, and you just misstep, and you're still a little drunk, and you just kind of miss. All right, now it's Lilitu's turn. What do you do?
Okay. So I'm still in stealth, right?
Yes.
I want to cast Fairy Fire. It is a 20-foot radius. So I'm going to do it where Xander's in, but it'll be a 20-foot radius behind him as well. Do I get advantage for casting that in stealth?
Yes, you can roll with advantage. I was going to suggest that.
Okay.
Also, by the way, let me figure out how to do it. There is a measure tool you can use somehow.
Yeah, I was looking. I don't know where the fuck it went. So each object in a
sorry, go ahead. I was just going to tell you how to do it, but never mind. All good.
each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light of your choice. I'll do violet. Any creature in the area within the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible. It lasts up to a minute.
Okay. So it's a damage roll on it, right?
Yes.
And
Well,
will
I'm trying to
Cecil be
figure out-
hit, or is he safe?
No, he's safe. I'm trying to... It doesn't... Well, sorry. No, it doesn't do damage. It just casts him in a light and causes them to have advantage on their attack rolls on him. And he cannot go invisible, but it does not damage him.
Okay, so are you wanting to use your stealth to cast that spell? Or...
Now that you point that out, you make a really good point. No, I'll hold for that one. I'll do Dissonant Whispers from stealth. One creature of your choice that you can see within range hears a discordant melody in its mind. The target makes a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction. If available, to move as far away from you as possible, using the safest route. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage only.
All right.
All right. I don't
Go
know how
for it.
to do this from, like, with advantage. So I'm just...
Right click and
yeah, mine
you
just
can-
says cast view pop out send. So I'm not sure.
Well, if it's a wisdom save, then it's not advantage because you're not attacking.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's what I'm doing.
But because you are doing it stealthily, I will give you that he auto fails
Okay.
as an alternative. So
I don't know if he's
describe
immune.
how you want to do this. Who's immune?
I
what's
was like,
the
I don't know what
immunity
he's immune
conditions
to, but if he's immune to being, oh no, it just says he moves as far away. It doesn't say that he gets frightened. Okay, cool. So, I whisper, something along the lines of, "We know who you are," and he takes the damage.
Okay. So the
And
10
then-
damage, and he has to move away.
And then, yeah, and it takes up his whole movement, and I'm gonna use my movement to kind of get closer over to Cleo, like here.
He has to move away right now.
Yep. And it takes all of his
All
movement.
right. That means Cecil, give me an attack roll. You're within
Opportunity.
melee range. You should get an attack of opportunity.
I'm on mute. Rapier attack?
Yep.
Or just
You only get
okay.
one attack this time because it's an opportunity.
Fuck!
Okay. I am
he moves.
drunk as fuck.
Yeah, he moves out of your swing and you just completely miss. I think that's about
I don't
pretty
think there's
good. distance-wise.
crit fails aren't for you don't You can't crit fail for an opportunity attack, can you?
No, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't. There's no spectacular thing. His attack just doesn't hit.
There's no consequence other than not being able to hit him.
No.
Yeah. So, and now it is Xander's turn. Wait. Yeah, correct. Okay.
No, they didn't move at all. I think
Has it not updated yet?
not at all.
It,
No,
it just now turns Xander's turn. You're
just
good.
now.
It's just
Yeah.
Xander's turn. Movement all got eaten, so.
Okay, is it all good now?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Was that on their turn or immediately?
What do you mean?
That he had to move based on your spell?
It eats up his movement for this go.
Okay, then he cannot do anything. All right, Cleo, it is your turn.
Um,
I think I overcounted. I'm not good at that one.
cast bless. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay, perfect.
And I just
All
bless
right.
the other 3.
All right, cool. So you can add flavor text if you want, but I assume a golden light kind of comes down from and hits basically like lands on you, and then it just spreads out from you in a line to the other 3.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, and now it's Alice's turn.
Alice is going to shatter. And that is a D13, or take half damage.
Is it a Constitution save?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then the additional D12 from the Witch Bolt, which I will have to roll a separate D12 for, which is 10 damage.
So, describe your first shatter attack as just a sound, and then he just takes his zap. Is the lightning still connected between you two with your hand out?
The lightning is still connected because it's a concentration, so the lightning's always there. But Alice is going to snap her other hand, and there's going to be the same as usual, the crack and the sound waves pulsing out right around Xander behind him, and it's going to hit him, and then she's going to send more lightning through her witch bolt that strikes him more.
All right. He falls to one knee, and he is looking like he's in a lot of pain. And now, Cecil, you get to go.
I would assume the sound of shatter would probably just make me come to my senses or give me a bad hangover headache. Who knows? In any case, sort of drunken stupor, stumbling around, grab a pistol, and then just point it in his general direction, and then just pulled the trigger. No aiming whatsoever.
All right, go for it. Oh, that's so funny. You're drunk and aiming, and you shoot, and you hit him in the chest for 3 damage. All right. It is now Lilitu's turn.
Okay, let me. Ba, 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 ba. Sorry, I'm trying to decide what. Alright, I'm gonna do Starry Wisp.
I'm not going to metagame, my bad.
It's a 1d8 radiant damage. And then, again, he cannot go invisible.
All right, let's see it. Oh!
Oh god, that's a 20. That would be 14 damage.
No, it rolled both of them. 4 and 3. It's a D8.
No, he's weak to radiant though, because he's a vampire.
Let's see here. So, describe how you want to kill him. He was pretty weak.
So I have
Shit,
a glowing light in my hand, and I throw it at him over Cleo's head, and I say, "Take this, you mosquito!" And upon landing, he just disintegrates.
All right. He's gone. Now, next question. Do you guys immediately head back to the command center?
Alice
you
is
do?
going to quickly run to his body and find if there's anything left from the ashes, and she's going to say shit a bit out loud. And she's going to look at Lily too and say, "We needed him alive."
There is a ring left.
Alice is going to grab the ring.
I'm gonna climb up onto
magic?
Cleo and be like,
No,
"You're
it's just a
welcome.
basic ring.
Mosquito is gone. You are not a blood bag." Anyway, Cecil and I
don't
made a
have
friend. Oh, that's right. Fine, you're welcome. Cleo's not a blood bag. Anyway, Cecil and I made a friend. Vampires are very much around here and very much tied to this temple.
So I assume with that, you guys are going to make your way back to the commander?
Very quickly, yes.
And he's going to be like, "Oh, back so soon? One night?"
I'm going to throw the ring at him.
And he's going to say, I don't understand. You took the priest's ring?
The priest was
So
a vampire.
you're never gonna believe this shit. And I climb up onto the table, sit crisscross applesauce, and be like, "So the vampire was the priest, and we cannot confirm whether or not he was the traitor because I kind of disintegrated him. But probably."
All right, as you guys are having this conversation, you guys hear a loud explosion. It's very clear. You don't have any idea where the origin of the explosion was. And as this happens, magic is spreading, a dark magic, and as the sound of the explosion reaches you guys, Alice, you fall to the floor unconscious, and as Alice's body hits the floor, everything starts to shake, and everyone in their mind starts to hear a hideous cackling laughter. And that's the end of the session.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Hey.
Cecil and I are gonna need to drink a lot after this.
I'm pretty sure that sound and cackling just gave him a big ass headache from the amount he drank.
Lovely.
He's gonna be fucking out for the count for the next session.
Oh boy. Alright, well, I'll refresh my god. I'll do my sign-offs on my stream, and then we can write that down. We can decide when we're meeting next.
Yum. Alright, let's go and say bye-bye to stream. Is anyone streaming right now? Do we want to raid to? Any of our friends? I don't think they are. It's really late.
Yeah, next time we'll get started on time and we'll stick closer to that 4-hour mark.
I mean, I'm fine with going way over 4 hours. It doesn't make a difference to me.
To be fair, we had about 4 to 5 hours of gameplay. We just took some breaks and had a slight delay. So
I mean, the delay, it wasn't too bad. We more or less had about a little over 5 hours of gameplay.
Yep.
But yeah, I just know none of my friends are streaming. We'll just end. This has been a big deal. Alright, we'll go ahead and then thank you guys for coming today on my site. Have a good time. We'll be back soon with something or another. But yeah, bye-bye.
Alright, and for us, I'm gonna head over
Sounds like
to
she's still
Inky.
signing off.
Inky is super sweet. I have no idea what this game is, but I have like 3 or 4 of my
My
siblings
stream's gone.
about to
Well,
or
hopefully you
playing
guys
this game.
enjoyed it.
I mean,
We
you
were
did.
It was
speaking.
good.
Yeah, I have like 3 or 4 siblings playing this game. No idea what it is. She has her debut in 5 days, I want to say, with her new model, which is freaking incredible. I've been stalking it religiously. And she will be my VTuber sibling once it's done. My VTuber mama did her rigging. So yeah. Oh, actually, new model debut 12 hours. In 12 hours, everybody. Model is incredible. So yeah, that's where we'll head over to. No idea what this game is. I just think he's just the sweetest. The model's freaking amazing. I can't even. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. We do have my session 1 of Heaven's War next Sunday, earlier in the day. So keep a lookout for that. Crystal, looking at you. I will try to keep my Discord updated with everything there. That is not streamers, that is just friends and amigos. And then I will keep you guys posted on when this one is meeting and how frequently. So yes, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I love D&D. Good night.
You're pulling all my walls down. I've never been exposed like this before. I'm good at shutting you out. I've always had a way of keeping closed. Beating, hiding, I've been calling out your name from the darkness, thinking it's too late. If you're finding I've been too much on your plate, I'll keep hiding, calling